Welcome to the Old World Fanatics, your Warhammer Fantasy podcast to quench your hobby thirst for all things the old world. I'm one of your hosts, Gummo. I'm back with Andrew and Josh. We were in person the other day. Josh is on locale. How are you guys going?
Good. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yeah.
Calling from a cabin in the middle of the woods.
Nice. At least you made it there. It sounded like you didn't get there as quick as you thought you were going to be. You're heading home, but over a week by the sound of it.
That's right. Yep. We're hoping to do some kayaking, but looking at the weather over the next few days, not sure whether we've just brought this part of the car for a 2,400 return. 2,400 kilometer return journey without actually getting to use it, which should be absolutely ridiculous. It's
like a miniature umbrella on top of your car, which doesn't do anything. That's unlucky. Hopefully, you never know. I don't know how far south this. Yeah, we're supposed to get smashed tomorrow and Thursday, as usual. For all those international listeners, it feels like it's just been raining nonstop down here in Australia, at least where we are. It's crazy.
Yeah, like big fat rain, not little rain. Like it's just pouring down some days.
Yeah. Well, episode 6, I think, post Castle. I feel like we've been talking a lot about Castle, so sorry if people are bored about that, but it is the one time pretty much the year that us three get in person, so that was cool. So we got to hang out. And as Silver Dave just said, checked out some Korean food, at least me and Josh did and stuff. It was good. But yeah, so we're going to cover some of our games. Now, Josh, you're traveling, so it's a bit hard, so we're going to what did we agree here?
I've got all my photos, but I haven't been able to. Obviously I've been on the road pretty much since Castle finished, so I haven't organized them all. So I think I'm planning to do my reports next week after I get back. And the fifth game, suspiciously, I don't think Andrew will be able to go through his fifth game tonight either, just very suspiciously.
It's strange.
I wonder why.
I misplaced my photos. I'll have to.
So that's interesting. Yes. So that we're going to stretch out a little bit. So I'll cover my games, and Andrew will intermix his 4, I guess, out of the 5. Is that how it goes? And then what? We're going to tell the results.
Did you go and play some Wartime or something, Andrew? What happened?
I think we might have both gone played a bit of Mordheim, possibly. It might have been a bit of Josh has caught on.
We'll find it next week.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll kick into that. I just want to say hi to our listeners at the moment. Who we got in there? Mark's in there. Angela's Dark. I saw Bobby Gherkin as well. Silver Dave. Who else is in here at the moment? Demonic Teddy. So yeah, big thank you to the people tuning into our live stream. If you are just tuning in, obviously we're Old World Fanatics. We're here every Monday Australian time, and if you want to jump on and discuss anything, we do have a Patreon on the Australian Discord. There's a channel in there that you can share pics, Old World Fanatics live stream, something chat. But you can also join a lot of these people chatting, lovely patrons of ours. Oh, there's Todd Lloyd, who I'm about to talk about soon, because that was game 1. He's in there as well. So they're our patrons. They will get a shout out at halftime. And if you want to jump over to check out our Patreon, you can do that on patreon.com/oldworldfanatics. There's not probably a heap to shout out. We had our big live stream giveaway. It went to the 3rd place. I think I'm going to have to drop back because I cannot find the first 2 YouTubers, and I don't think they're Discorders. I mean, patrons. So they're not getting it, and it's going to go to, who was it? Number 3 was now I can't remember the name.
David Dodge Lancaster.
That's it. Yes, he will win. So if he is listening, you'll be getting an email to me this week.
A most worthy recipient.
Yes, very much.
Cool. You can't Patreon.
Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown when the patrons get picked. I was like, damn it.
Yes. Anyway. I feel like, anyway, we should refine this. Do it again at some point. Hopefully we can refine this so it works.
Yeah, and what I might do is force it into just the, like I'll do the pre-matching, but it's just hard, so I'll sort of go down that whole route. Any comments that are worth answering or questions at the moment till we kick in?
I'm trying to sound the chat here, so
okay, I'll let you look at that. So we're going to break up the usual segment. I don't think you guys want to copy it. Okay, so we're just going to cover the games. I thought before we do that, we'll throw news in right in front just to keep things a bit interesting.
The only hobby I'm going to have is repairing my poor broken standard bearer.
Oh,
I hate to repair those metal poles.
Yeah. I got one that fell off. Yeah.
Did I get the right one? Yeah, I think so. I didn't break anything until I was putting it back in my case and then snapped the stand and bear off as well off one of the chariots. So annoying.
At the end of the weekend.
Yep.
Like you got the whole weekend and a snap when you're
backing it up.
That's so annoying.
And then this morning I was on a call, like a work call, and I've got like the what's his name, Cromlaw in front of me, and I was just picking him up talking, and I snapped him as well. I was like, "What the fuck? I'm gonna stop touching things." So dumb. Anyway, you guys didn't even know about this. I was just saying that maybe we'll just cover this quickly, and you're like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, I know.
What were you talking about?
Oh, hang on. I'll get the banner. Hang on, let me.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Games.
Oh, I'm so bad at this.
Josh is totally gone.
I'll let.
Do you want me to get it?
Yeah, you get it. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, so we are getting the actual release isn't that, I guess, surprising. Miao Ying is coming. We know it's the plastic kit coming, but we're getting the Arcane Journal Dawn of the Storm Dragon pre-order this weekend, which is cool. But
so when did this article come out?
This morning, I guess.
That's why I haven't seen it. Yeah, okay.
Cool. Yeah, it's super early.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go through. I mean, it's like it is what we thought would happen, but I was under the impression it sounded like that the Cetra one was going to jump in before this from last.
Yeah, it was a bit ambiguous. Yeah,
I wonder if something's happened again, or this is what happened last time when Beastman just disappeared and then Wood Elves
playing games. They just play games.
Yeah, it's just bizarre.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense for this one to come out.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter, like whichever order. I'm actually excited about this one because this is the one. Well, I'm trying to, and now I will move on to doing some Cathay. But this is supposed to do, this bit about, where is it? Supplemented by Empire Mercenaries as well as rules for new magic items. So, I don't know. I'm hoping. Well, I hope they're not just mercenaries, or if they are, I hope they don't have that
like a special type of mercenary or something. Yeah. Just like a reroll or something, something.
Yeah, because it will be cool to. I don't know. I'm finding all the Cathay lists just because there's not much models. They start looking a bit muchness. Depends on how many balloons you're allowed to take, type thing. So this will be cool if it sort of mixes this up a little bit, just for for the remaining. I'm assuming the remaining part of the edition until Cathay get an actual real wave 2 or something like that at some point, I'm assuming. But it's good timing for me because I haven't painted anything. So you're like, well, maybe it's maybe mix it up with some Empire and theme it similarly or something. I don't know.
Would you I mean, I guess you don't have enough information, but would you consider painting your Empire in the like if they have a specific theme Cathay?
Well, it depends what it is. So imagine if it was just like Marienburg, then I'd want to paint it like Marienburg, like with the fluff.
I was going to say, aren't you painting up? Was it Marienburg or no?
No, that was Middenheim. No, Middenheim, totally different.
You'd have 3 different empires.
Yeah, but I mean that's the cool thing about Empire. They're like Space Marines. I guess you can. Yeah. So either that, Josh, or just start because you know how I've got Avaland and I don't mind the yellow to be bright. So I'm like, maybe I could go a yellow and something with the Cathay, and then you can mix them. So there's the 2 options there, but obviously it's going to determine what happens with the Arcane Journal. I don't know if our usual rumor mongers like Mark have any more info about this. Oh, we've just lost Josh. He is on his phone, so who knows? He's probably just like
in the bush.
Yeah, who knows? There is comments about this stuff, but I don't know. I reckon that Satra AJ is coming with Orc Savage Minis. Oh, that's just he's back in the studio.
Back.
Yeah, Maddie's only said, evening, fellas. Not sure how peeps are alive. I know it was a bit like that, man. I was knackered. I went to bed at like 7:30 or something last night. I was just knackered. Yeah, so this is coming, and obviously we get Miao Ying. I wonder what that's going to be. Aussie. I guess we'll find out the next day or two with the pricing. This will mix it up at least, and then they are splitting the box as usual.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go for it. Yep.
You're saying, Cetra is allegedly end of next month, which isn't too far away, really.
Okay.
For the preview.
Like
so yeah,
kind of thing.
Okay.
That'd be really good.
Nice. Yeah, we have a lot of releases. I don't think we need.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, a little bit of a breather. So
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, but this is also good too because I'm finding. I think there's some builds where you go, I would take X, but then you've got to buy another battalion box. So it's good that these get split out. It's nothing crazy, but what I don't understand is the amount of bloody transfers you get here. This has got 261, but all these come with 404 decals. 400. Where are you putting these decals or decals? However you want to say. Are we saying decals? Or are we saying decals? Yeah, kind of weird. But won't complain. So it's pretty cool. And then the Patron. I thought this had already come out, but obviously.
Yeah, I thought it came out, but
I still think it looks like it's been painted by a beginner. But anyway, that's the news. Anyway, so yeah, if you are a Cathay lover or you just like new stuff, it's coming. It's good to get the second one and pretty interested. There's also the multiplayer game. I wonder if it's going to be a bit like the old can't remember what it's called now. Triumph and Treachery. It wouldn't go to that level, I guess. But yeah, a bit more narrative stuff in here. Definitely decals and not decals. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it looks like an interesting book because it's not just like it's probably our first real just campaign-y type book. You know what I mean? And I guess Cetra's is going to be like that as well. So cool. Well, more money to come.
So isn't the Cetra book going to be like mostly a campaign style book?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And it's going to have like 3 or 4 different Arcane Journal type.
On the side.
Yeah.
Which means I don't know how many of these sort of things you're going to get. Like if they're just like telling little side stories and you just, it's almost like as you're progressing, you're getting these Arcane Journals. Like, you can almost have these things coming out all the time. Every couple of months something else drops. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. You could end up with quite a large amount of Arcane Journals.
Especially this one's got magic items as well. So it's just gonna go like
yeah.
And imagine like the magic item one in that other book that's might come where it might say excuse me, but the orcs can take these 3 and I don't know, the Bretonians get these 2. Imagine like it's just
imagine they keep it something you need 5 different books to play your armies.
I know.
At least it's all
you started off with 2 books, that's all you need for the rules. Your Forces of Fantasy, great. Next minute it's one big pile.
You need to set up a library at your house.
Yeah, at least most of these online builders are pretty good with their rules. Mark's saying, "Am I see Diego above?" I'm not. Someone will have to fill me in. I'm not really following the chat, but I'm assuming there's some questions answered.
Oh,
yeah. I'll let Mark chase that up.
Right.
Not Mark, Andrew. What's this? Guys, I just got up from my hollows.
Diego.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Oh, maybe. Well, Diego, we can chat. So send me an email because if you missed joining the Patreon, then you're not eligible, unfortunately. But that's if you have and I've missed it, hit me up, man. That's not a problem. I have not given it away yet. We've been too busy last week to get ready for the tournament to chase it all up. So yes, 100%, mate. Send me an email. What is it? allworldfanatics@gmail.com and we'll sort some stuff out. Either way. Cool. Because he had left a really cool comment on our last battle report, I think. It was Andrew. Yeah. So cool. Anyway, that's the news. Castle Assault. We all recovered. We didn't die, amazingly. So Oh, that's perfect, mate. Okay, he did win then. He's the winner. He said he did join the Patron. So I just got to find the link between your name and the Patron. If that's the case, bang, all good. We are really skilled at this, aren't we? So lucky we've done it. It's just an empty box there. Yeah, no.
Surprise.
Anyone want to just give any the new listeners just a quick backdrop of Castle quickly while I get my PDF back up?
Oh. Do you want to hit Josh, or do you want me to hit it?
You can go for it. Go for it.
All right. You can jump in if I miss anything. But yeah, so Castle Assault happens usually towards the end of the year. So basically the Legions Club, which was founded by there's actually quite a few of them, but I think Fury was one of the main instigators. And then that's passed to Kendall. And Kendall's done a stellar job over quite a few years now. Basically, part of the club, it's quite big, so we come together once a month, and then they do a sci-fi and a fantasy component. And then this is the fantasy component, and obviously in about a month or whatever, or a few weeks, they do a sci-fi component, which is basically all your big systems come together. And fantasy, through the editions of Warhammer, classically has got up to 100 and something was the peak. Number of people.
Yeah, I think it was one.
That's
120 or something.
Yeah,
you could fit 120 in there. Oh my god!
I think that's what Baz said with 7.
Yeah,
with 7. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that. Not me, because that was quite interesting. I didn't know that history about Fury doing it initially, then passing it to Kendall.
Yeah.
So that I was learning.
Yeah. It is quite, I think because Fury's got some young kids. Gomo probably knows, but it is quite a commitment, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. But yeah, anyway, we had ours just recently. Kendall ran the fantasy, awesome TO. He's put together quite a smart sort of pack, which because Castle Assault is at a licensed venue. So there are certain things around, having a couple of beers or a couple more, possibly a mug and free beers. But anyway, yeah, it's a very social event. So yeah, it was really cool. And yeah, there's 40 odd people, all us three are in there. And it's the only, like Gomo said, the only event pretty much we all get to outside of maybe CanCon, which is another big one in Canberra, which I think we're all at a while ago. But yeah, it's very rare that we all get together. So it was really, really good. Anything else, Josh? I missed.
Not really. No, that's about it. It's a really fun event. It's one of the two that I go interstate for.
Yes.
Definitely worth traveling for. Then there was a number of Brisbane guys, and I think Matthew Klein, my first opponent, was actually from Melbourne as well.
Oh, really?
Just us two that came up from Melbourne. But yeah, there's a good mixture of people from around Australia that make the effort. And I mean, Newcastle Airport's lovely to fly to if you want to fly up.
Best airport in the world. That's what
the bus sometimes can be a bit hit and miss to actually get to Newcastle from the airport, but the airport itself, lovely.
That's a good point. See, I don't actually have to try. If I live here, I use the airport as a commute, like drive there. I don't know how you get out of there if you have to flew here.
Yeah, because I flew 2 years ago, and I was like, interesting. Waiting for this bus.
We don't really have it. Yeah, it's a bus out in the middle of nowhere because there is no train or anything like that. Anyway, all good. Cool. Okay, well, I just was fiddling around in the background because I forgot I didn't really have a picture of my army initially, so I might just do that first. And then, do you want me to go game 1 since I'm doing 5 and for some reason Andrew only got 4 in, so I don't know what happened there. But anyway.
Yes.
And we'll cover that later. So I did get my Beastman. I think I've shared some of these pics in more of this is the full army shot, although a little bit cut off. In the Patron, our not Patron, what's it called? Discord, Slow Grow sort of chats that we got out there as well. So I've been trying to paint these guys up, so I got them all done in time, probably a day before, which was pretty cool. So just in terms of the list, like we've talked about, I won't go into massive detail, but it's basically 2 units of 4 Dragon Ogres with a Shartak, 2 Tuskarl Chariots, 2 Razor Gore, 23 Gores with hand weapon shields, a Doom Bull with Slug Skin and a Ward Save, and 2 level 1 Shamans with Boltide, a Nurgle Chaos Spawn, and a Herdstone. And then just a couple of skirmishing like Ungors and Gores because of Aussie comp. I ended up having to reduce the size of my big Gore block, which it was a bit annoying just to get the unit strength up, which is down for that unit technically, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. But yeah, it worked out okay. So the extra unit just to sort of hang near the Herdstone, I guess. Cool. So that's my list there. And I ended up reneging on a couple of grudges from like people like Bobby Gherkin because I didn't want to get smashed turn 1. Wanted a nice easy game with just someone friendly and hang out, and so I took Todd, which was cool. So Todd was our OG. I don't know what happened with his Patreon the other day. So I swear he was our oldest current Patreon, but then it wasn't there when I read it out last week. So who bloody knows?
It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
But he did join. But anyway, he's been playing Old World for ages, but like fantasy. But I don't believe, Todd, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you'd played in tournaments since last Castle with Old World, if I recall. So yeah, Todd last year brought the Bretonian bunnies, wasn't it? Is that what he had last year? Those 3D printed Bretonian bunnies. And then this year it's all squigs basically. He just did squigs and night golems and trolls and very themey. And yeah, Todd's in for the fun and the laugh and a drink. Perfect person to start turn 1 with. What did Bobby just say? Okay, he's just talking about the actual thing. Last game was old tournament, I think he said. So I'm guessing that's what he means. Anyway, so this mission, I think, was, what was it? It was sort of go across the other side of the table.
Yeah, it's just open battle.
Hang on. Let me get and I think maybe kill a general or something, potentially, or not. Can't remember what it was. Do you guys remember what it was? Nothing too crazy. It was just
got it right here.
Good. Well, I'll just get going. Anyway, so I basically just put my Herdstone a bit up because I knew he was going to bounce at me with his random movers, and I was going to push up anyway.
Those bouncy boys.
Yeah. That's a good thing about this army. Like turn 1 goes very quick because generally you pushing it forward. Because your Boltides don't have range anyway. And you can see here
I'm thinking that was because he was combat as well.
Basically, yeah. The only shooting he's got is the Night Goblins and 1 Doom Diver, I think it was. The rest of it's all, a lot of random movement, obviously, which, and out in the flanks, he had his, I'll just try point out what he's got. He's got a big unit of squig herds and then squig hoppers, 3 different Night Goblin big bosses or war bosses or whatever they're called as well, because he's generals in there on giant squigs, and then the Mangler, and then like the Night Goblins on the hill with 2 Fanatics. I can't remember how many River Childs, must be 4 or 5, and then Doom Diver, the Hag, and more squigs. So squig, which is pretty funny. So yeah, it was basically just he pushed. Did he get turn 1? I think I got turn 1, and then he pushed up after me. Yeah, so I moved up, he pushed up as well. And then we knew the next turn was just going to be all charging, basically. So there wasn't a lot of strategy in this one when we got to this level.
So much subtlety going on here.
Yeah, there wasn't at all. The only thing I was probably being annoying for him out on the left and the right, where I didn't want him to. I wanted to get my charge, if you know what I mean, type thing. I wasn't going to get too close and then go in. So that's what I was doing. And I'm just trying to think, because I guess the crux of this game initially came down to the next turn where there's Todd. I needed to get a picture. He said, I need to show a picture of his t-shirt.
That is an awesome shirt.
So, there you go.
Is that a lightsaber with the cat, or is that a laser?
It's like a blaster.
Blaster, is it? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The only thing is those Bretonians that he had last year, I guess they should have been riding dinosaurs. I don't know if they were or not, but they would have been. They were bunnies. So. Yeah, and fortunately, in the background, you see those chairs? Like we were in, it was a bit of a cesspool this time, wasn't it? Because the club's being renovated. So all the junk was upstairs. And I didn't think Kendall realised, but he's just had to set everything up around it. It was pretty, but that's part of being on Beaumont Street here.
Part of the charm.
Yeah. So anyway, I charged in. I couldn't actually get, because, the closest stuff, I couldn't actually get my chaos spawn in because the way, you have to charge first before the random movement and all that stuff, which is a bit annoying, but obviously those two can handle them a bit. Sent the big block into the other goblin. What are they called? I was going to call them bounders. That's AOS. The squig hoppers. And yeah, just my other dragon ogres right up on the top into these other ones. So just taking it out. Now this is where it got kind of interesting because his hag is sitting here. He does have a flank on my chariot. And it was pretty long. And you'll see here in a minute, like obviously I pushed back. He fell back in good order here and stuff like that. I think I killed those ones, overran, but not very far. And then my chariot ran into his general on the overrun and just sat there. I think it's his general or one of them. And then he gets his hag into the side. I'll just jump through because I don't want to waste too much time. Every picture. Before he charged, he gets itchy nuisance off. I couldn't stop it. And he rolled a 5. So he gets my big block of gauze down to toughness 1, toughness 2, doom ball, and then gets the hag into this chariot here with an overrun into the big one. Got the mangler in the front. The fanatics go through as well. I'm like, oh shit! This might go south pretty quick here. At least for that unit, the dragon ogres are coming around the side, so I'm a bit more not worried about them. But I was like, oh shit, it's gonna hurt. Unfortunately for Todd, I don't think his dice rolling was very much with him. You could probably comment on this because that hag didn't even kill my chariot in the end. I think I survived on 2 wounds. And I didn't take too much. You can see I lost about 6 with the fanatics and stuff like that. And it's just unlucky, as crappy as I was in terms of the the toughness. It just didn't work out. I pushed forward because I pushed those other guys back, and then obviously ended up killing that unit. And yeah, he's just sitting here. These fucking chariots. It happened a couple of times. Yeah, cough, touch. Happened a couple of times this tournament where these chariots just like took a charge and just held for a bit, enough to do something with, which is cool. The Dragonos came through. You can see the Dragonos at the top here took out those other squigs. The ones came here in terms of the river troll, whatever it's called. The hag, sorry. It's killed the river trolls, and that was, I don't know if there's that many more pictures in this game because at the end of the day, wiped out the hag as well, and it got pretty close to taking out those big units of night golems, and I think that was pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know if I took any more pictures. It was a pretty big thumping, unfortunately, for Todd. When he had that when he got all that debuffs off and everything, I was like, I think I'd still had it with all the dragon ogres, but man, losing that unit and potentially the doom ball. Because if the hag gets in and rolls the right result, she can do some stuff. I can't believe that chariot just held for, I think it was 2 whole combat rounds after that. I was like, are you kidding? Just shitty rolls and then I'm making good saves. It was just crazy. You just pushed them up and they just held. What did Mark say? Chariots look easy targets, but sometimes just hold and you can then smash on the return with the dragon ogres. Yeah, so I mean the other strategy, it only came up once, but I did try it a couple of times, was pushing those dragon ogres like right in someone's face and then keeping the chariot back 5.5 inches. So even if I get pushed back, I give ground, then I have a chariot coming in with impact hits.
Yeah.
So little things like that, just because the dragon ogres are so tanky. Take on what's happening. Did I miss any comments? Anyway, that was a turn 1. Oh, Akhtar's on as well. God, everyone's on. It feels like we're just meeting everyone that we just had beers with. That was my turn 1, game 1. It was like a 15-4 or something like that.
Oh, do you want me to look it up?
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, was 15-4, was it?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yep. It's up to you, Andrew. What did you do? The Lord of the Gummies is here.
I think Todd. Yeah, Todd got 3, was it? And you got 15.
15.
Sorry, just looking at that.
Might have been.
Yeah. So my game 1 was against the mighty ASB, who grudged me, and I was trying to palm him off to Josh, but he wouldn't have a bar of it. So we were having a rematch. So yeah, I played ASB back in 6th, and I think I got like 1 or 2 points off him or something with my dwarves.
Oh, is that when he was running the Brett's at Castle? Did you play him?
Yeah. So
okay.
yeah, apparently that was enough to impress him for he wanted a rematch to claim those points back. So anyway, we had a game. I'll throw it up on stage here. I'll be on different screens. Just let me know. Sorry, I'll just go back to the start. I completely forgot to get a lot of pictures, so I'll try and talk through exactly what's happened, and I should be able to because it was a lot of dancing, I suppose, to a certain degree. Anyway, so everyone should know my list. If not, if you hit up last week, I think we went through our lists last week or the week before. Basically, yeah, running High Elves Grand Army. ASB was running a general on the mini Griffin. He was running a big bunch of Pistoliers. It was like his main unit. Had like a BSB in there, and I'm sure Gomo can help me out. But basically, they run the
Ulrich Priest.
Yeah, the repeater handguns. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the priest.
The multi-wound
too.
Yeah,
and I think they've got the BSB or something with something else. And
Dragon Bow.
Oh, he didn't have the Dragon Bow on
this
one.
I didn't on this list.
Okay. Yeah, he took it out. But yeah, it's like -4 on 6s, multi-wound 2 on your dragon. So yeah, can do some hurt. He had 4 demigriffs. He had 6 knights of something. I don't know what the knights are. 6 Empire Knights. He had.
Sorry. Drilled, I think. Yeah, we stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a big block of halberdiers, which are the veterans. So they're the better of the sort of halberdiers, sort of the beefed up state troops. He had 2 little 5-unit detachments of just swordsmen. He had 10 archers, I think it was, which was scouting. He had a steam tank. He had a battle wagon, and I think that was it. Anyway, so yeah, turn 1.
Jay says this counts as the Empire Arcane Journal.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah. We'll tell. Totally. Tell perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, he set up with his. I had heaps of drops too. Like I think I've got like 11 drops or something. So I was sort of watching where he's put stuff down. We're doing a bit of counter deployment to a certain degree. But as you can see, I think we're like 2 beers deep by the first 20 minutes. So it was quite a friendly game. Anyway, he's sort of deployed his Pistoliers off to the side. I've sort of wanted to keep my dragon back a bit because I was a little bit scared of them, but maybe I should have just kind of rushed up there because I kind of did the math and I'm like, he might only be pulling out a couple of wounds, with all my saves, and then hopefully I could have got in there. But I played a bit cagey, unfortunately.
Your dragons where your base is, right? That's nice.
Yeah, where the base is, off to the right. And basically what I've done, I've sat back because I'm quite shooty with this army. I'm shooty and I've got like quite a strong flank force that can go in. And I've got a bunch of chariots which might look like they can do some damage. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. So I got three Tyranops running around basically, and then just big unit sisters, big block of Sea Guard, which performed very well. I might do a nice little recap on Sea Guard. So anyway, I've run my chariot up on the very right flank. I had a second chariot also run up on the flank. And I ran my eagle up just to try and my whole idea was if I take the pistoliers out, then I can throw my dragon up there and not have to worry about getting shot. It can just sort of loiter for a target. Because that's the powerhouse of my army is a big star dragon I've got. Anyway, he's been sending his knights in front of his demis down at me. The knights are a bit of a screen. I was able to shoot them off to a point. I think he had one knight left. It panicked, it ran off, and it ran like all the way through his back lines. It actually got in the way of the pistoliers later. I actually thought it was pistoliers in it. Anyway, and then he sent his demis down. I charged into his demis with my dragon princes, thinking that they were going to do not too bad. And I got into his flank with my chariot. And yeah, basically he was staying back with his pistoliers, trying to shoot my dragon. He failed to cast quite a few times. So ASB does kind of like that demonology flying unit forward, which was his halberdiers, but he just didn't get the spells off that he needed. And basically on his other flank, it was just like slowly moving up with his war wagon and his steam tank. I had a chariot on the left.
Were you doing anything to those or not really, just ignoring them?
No. So I had a chariot right there on that flank.
Okay.
And my idea was I was just going to send the chariot in. It took 1 wound to get into charge range. Stand and shot, 3 wounds. Didn't save it. I lost the chariot. I'm like, man, I was just so confident I didn't take that unit.
Wow.
Like, yeah, it was like with Josh's. Yeah, Josh saw my chariots running into his archers too, but we'll hit that.
Yeah, they didn't just shoot it down though. I can't believe it just died from shooting. No wonder you're expecting it to happen.
That's scouting 10 Empire. Wow, cool.
Anyway, so yeah, his halberdiers is slowly like making the way down. Obviously, keep failing the magic. He's gone quite aggressive with his war wagon, straight up the sea guard. I completely ignored the steam tank. I'm like, I'll just let it do steam tank things. You know, steam tanks are just you worry about it or you don't. I'm like, no, you can just do whatever. Just try and mitigate angles so it's not going to get some sweet angles for firing. And yeah, you can see the demigriffs on the right. So I put a couple of wounds off, and he's just gone to town on my dragon princes. Dragon princes would have gone first, easy. And obviously I had in his flank the chariot went in, and yeah, I wouldn't say I whiffed, but it was more like just, I don't know, it's just one of those things. They're a tough nut.
Perhaps they've tough 4, and you're only coming in tough 4 anyway.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
When that was happening, I'm like, all right, I got to commit my dragons. So you can see now my dragon's gone up. I sort of did the math. I'm like, I'll try get into the pistoliers. If they go back, then I'll go into the demis. And that was it. So what's ended up happening here is, so this is sort of like end of the game recap. I ended up, he just kept fleeing with all his stuff from my dragon. It was almost off the board, the pistoliers. He did a flee and it was maybe an inch or so away from the board. The dragon went into the demigriffs. I was able to take them out. He never ended up getting his halberdiers across the board, but he did send his halberdiers into contest my table quarter where my sea guard were. Right. So he ended up getting table quarters because I think he had his pistoliers in the top table quarter. He got his war wagon pretty much all the way down to me. Was going to charge in, but then he had so many wounds off him. He's like, no, I'm not going to give you one more chance at charging. And that was the game. We finished ASB, I think we were 8-all, but he got 2 of the scenarios, which gave him 3 points. So it was 11-8.
Yeah, so just so people know, I like this scoring because it was 5. It's basically 15. Well, it's 8-8 is a draw, and it's like basically a 15-0 type system. But then you get 5 battle points out of 3 different objectives. You can do any of those 3 and you just get 1, 3, 5. So like it's cool because you can look at some of them and go, I just won't even bother playing that one, but I'll get to the others or go for those 2. So I like that. And it does mean some pretty big swings. Which I think
well thought out.
Your games, Andrew. Yeah,
definitely. Like it was well thought out. So there were certain army types, like Kendall probably didn't want like skirmishers and things like that. Like he wanted bigger units. And you could see that definitely in the
a lot of it was unit strength 10 minimum for certain claims objectives. And
Anyways, cool. Okay. So on to my game 2.
Game 2. So I'll be back one second.
Andrew, before you go, Jay was asking, it was a basic high elf list, wasn't it? He was asking for the Serration war hosts or not.
Yeah, I was gonna take it, but I couldn't quite get the list. But now I'm thinking I wish I did actually take Creation. But yeah, no, it was a Grand Army. So
Cool.
Nice. Sweet.
Cool. I ended up playing Paddy Gallagher, who is, was our minor premier. Is that what you call it for our rankings last year? So she didn't win the Masters, but she's ranked number 1.
Ranked number 1 on the ladder.
Ranked number 1. And actually, FYI, it's maybe news if we talk at the end of it. I've actually have released global rankings for old world rankings, and she's currently ranked number 1 in Australia. On that with the normal global ranking algorithm. So FYI. So I'm going to use that as the excuse for this game.
Absolutely makes sense.
So I've played her Wood Elves before, and every time it's one of these, you always learn stuff. And sometimes it's like learning stuff because you did something dumb, but other times it's like, I didn't know that thing did that because I haven't played it enough, that type of thing. And this game had both of them. I didn't, and she's actually she's got the Kamoma mug. Well, technically, I don't know what happened to the mug, but anyway, she's basically getting drinks all day, smashing.
He left it at home.
Yeah, I know, it was a bit of a shame. Anyway, because the winner from last year ended up having to pull out, so he wasn't here this year. Otherwise, the whole idea is whoever won last year, your day 1 is going to get, you're going to get maggoted. I didn't even know Paddy drank really because I guess, I don't know, I've never seen her but yeah, she was fun. She was. And it's kind of funny. She was getting into it, which is cool. But anyway, so I missed a few, you'll see this as we go. There's probably less and less pictures. So forgive us for that. But anyway, so I don't really have deployment, but basically I'll just tell you what she's got because she's sculpted and printed this entire Wood Elf Amazonian army. Yeah, digitally sculpted. Yeah. It's basically the Glade Lord on a stag with the Ogre Blade and that Orion's Favor. That's the reroll ones. I reroll hits and wounds or something once. Is that thing? I think so. And the Wild Rider Kindred. Treatment Ancient, level 4 with Elementalism, 15 Dryads, 10 Glade Guard with the Banner of Midsummer's Eve, which I did know, and now I can't remember what it was. 7 Glade Riders, 5 Sisters of the Thorn, 2 Treekin, 10 War Dancers with a bunch of stuff, and 7 Wild Riders with the Rampaging Banner, which is obviously where the Glade Lord goes. Now, just in terms of my deployment, and it's kind of annoying. Well, it didn't matter really, but this had terrain or like forests all and stuff on this side, and I sort of took it, so she wasn't in it. So my see where my herdstone is and where that I couldn't really.
Oh yeah.
Like, what's the deployment of this one was? This was the 15-inch up.
The closer, and 9 inches.
So 9 inches from this corner and 15 up. So I had less room width-wise. I also didn't want to be like right up, but then worked it out that you can't get a turn 1 charge anyway because her biggest one was 18 inches. So I didn't go right to the 15, but I went some of it in the middle. Then
it was the killing secondary, the unit strength. I don't know if
you just basically got 1 battle point for killing 25%, 3 for killing 50, and 5 battle points. Yeah, just eradicate the army. So I set up. I don't know if I've got a picture of it. Oh yeah, I do here. These guys are all in the forest, my gore and everything. And then we were starting to play, and then Daz came over and went, "Oh, sorry, that's my forest." He's another Wood Elf player. He left his forest on my table.
What? So you started your game. You've done the deployment and everything.
Yeah. Well, we're into turn 1, and then I'm like, oh, that's good.
You're into turn 1.
Yeah.
The whole forest just disappeared from the table.
Disappeared, yeah. Bloody Wood Elf players, I tell you. Yeah, that's pretty funny. And funny thing is, as soon as he said it, I went, "Oh yeah, it is yours," because I sort of noticed I played his Wood Elves a lot. Yeah. It's just it's pretty funny. Yeah, the shenanigans they get up there. But anyway, so yeah, like it's just this Wild Rider. This is the Wild Rider unit in front, and I'm like, that's just gonna delete whatever it touches initially. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'll just, but I'll try get into those tree kin. I'll do some stuff, that's all cool. And so I'll go back to picture 1 because this is just, I don't know, I won't say it did not make the game because I don't think I would have been able to do much anyway. But I thought I'd worked out a good thing here where I was like, cool, I'm putting the Pumbaa up there. She has to charge because they're frenzied, and then I'll park the guy behind, and I know where you're going to be, and I've got flanks. Stupidly, I had my spawn. He couldn't fit. It'd be much better if I'd had him around the other way. That's a different discussion. And she blocked herself up here, like that she couldn't get these Sisters of the Thorn through because all the Dryads were there and stuff. I didn't really think too much about that, but yeah, she said she couldn't get them through anyway. Anyway, so I did that, and I went, cool, at least they're going to be, like, stuck diagonally here for my next turn. And, yeah, I don't know, I might send the Dragon Ogres in. The problem is it's the Ogre, the Stag is right on that end. That would have been good if it wasn't, but anyway. But I would have had the Shoutouts to take the challenge there, and then can my guys smack into those dudes in the flank? Probably. I was like, I might better do something here. So anyway, so I did that, set it all up, and then how you just randomly do stuff because you don't think. I just shot all my Ungors at those Dryads. At the Sisters of the Thorn. Sorry, I shot them at the Sisters of the Thorn because they're toughness 3.
Oh yeah,
I killed one. so now she can fit through. So she goes into the flank of the chariot, and then double charges.
Wild Riders. This is interesting seeing this in photos. Because I've heard you describe this, but now I can see what you mean.
So this is it, and then she obviously wipes my boar.
So then your chariot's gone, which was your protection from the overrun.
Yeah, and then she gets to reform. Well, actually, yeah, and then she just overran, and she did a reform. She fell back and what was it? No, she restrained with these girls, reformed into. She just had to get them out of the way so these guys could overrun, and they touched my Dragon Ogres, and then that's an actual charge, and she can do that.
How far was that? That looks. So that would have been a map.
Because it's such a wide unit.
It's such a wide unit.
That's tight. Oh, jeez.
Also, she touched going that way, which meant she should actually go in.
Well, they're just overruns. They're straight overruns, yeah. And
so she just clipped the Dragon Ogres just the way the angle is, and then do a proper charge.
And she could do this because I actually told her just go into marching column, and she'll actually go skinnier, like because she flicked around that way, keeping the center of the middle. She wouldn't bump. She didn't bump into her what are they called? The sisters, and just went straight through. And that guy touched my furthest Dragon Ogre and got in. I was just like, bloody hell. I thought I had it. Not had it, but you go, this is cool. I might control it, and it still didn't work.
It was a really good plan. Really good plan.
And then it was so funny because if I hadn't have shot that fucking thing, she wouldn't have been able. At least it wouldn't have happened. So anyway, and then at this point, she did remind me what these tree kin do, and she's like, "Yeah, unfortunately, they pretty much are built to destroy Dragon Ogres." I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, she's like, "I've basically got." And if I can find a picture, I'll go back to here. She's got 2 tree kin. 3 men, 2 tree kin, and she exactly lines.
Just on the line. Oh,
so
almost like
you can't charge
unit,
one of them
but
without
3
charging.
units right next to each other.
Yeah, so you're going to basically
that's
in
really
combat with
close.
most of them, especially if you're a wide unit. And then because of the initiative tests, she basically, this is funny, she basically drops elementalism. Well, she gets elementalism and then she drops to the signature of elementalism, the most useless spell in the game, deliberately, so she can get the -1 initiative signature spell that it has.
Yeah.
And then it's a level 4 casting it. I can't stop it. And so now my Dragon Ogre's initiative 1.
Yeah.
Taking an initiative test, no armor save. Is it T3 wounds or whatever the fuck it is? Just wipes my Dragon Ogre.
Classic.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so you can see this Dragon Ogres aren't long for the world against them, and the other ones were. I think they managed to. Well, she told me that, so I didn't send them in. That's right, and then I sent my Gauls in to try kill the Treeman.
Yeah,
I think I eventually got the Treeman, but it didn't help. They eventually ate through my unit, and then my Dragon Ogres went in. They got bumped off because one of them got killed straight away.
Yeah.
And then they did go in, but I only had 3 there at the end. Well, only because I eventually went in after the Gore had done a little bit of damage, but I couldn't do my big thing, which is, well, I'll just go in and kill some. But no, didn't realize that initiative thing was so bad. Yeah, she goes up, takes all the rest of my back line out, and got a pretty big win out of me, unfortunately. But that's what happens. So it was a lot of laughs after I killed that. I was just like, are you kidding? Yeah, thought I had it, but look, not thought I had it. Don't get me wrong.
You had some control. You were taking the initiative. You were like dictating terms, and then it all went really pear-shaped.
Dictated to the terms so much that I told her what to do. Yeah. Anyway, that was my game 2. Have you got the score there? I can't remember. It's like the reverse of what I got in game 1. Probably it was like I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I had all these up.
It doesn't matter, but it was.
I've got it right here. Just phone's thinking. All right. Here we go.
You got to have a bit of luck though in these games as well.
It's not in alphabetical order anymore. Where are you, Colin? You got 8 and 1. So you got a 9, did you? Oh no, this is round 3.
Nah. Wouldn't have got that high.
No, sorry, that was round 3. Here we go. Round 2. You got 4 and 1, yes, 5. And Paddy got 11 and 5.
Yeah, so right. So it was like a 16-5 or something like that, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of an ass spanking, but that's okay. I was a bit worried after the big one we tied. I didn't want to go too far to the top. We had some good players at this event. So yeah.
It's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. Stay away from them. Anyway, had he pushed me off. So that was good.
All right. Do you want me to hit up my round 2?
Yeah, mate. Yep.
Sorry, let me jump into my picture.
Entropy's on.
All right. So my second game was against Ethan. He was running Tomb Kings, as everyone can see on the top of the table there. Is a Newcastle local, I believe.
Yeah. So I was supposed to grudge him. So the amount of grudging I did, what's it called? Grudge avoidance in this tournament. So in my defense, if you remember me last week talking about this or the one before, I didn't think Ethan was coming because I didn't realize that Tomb King list that got submitted with no name on it was Ethan.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why I didn't end up accepting his grudge because I originally told him I would.
You, did he?
Yeah. Well, he just said, we haven't played for ages. Do you want to catch up? Because he hadn't played a lot of old world yet. Like, yeah, I'll grudge.
Sweet.
And then I didn't see his list submit, so then I didn't even bother chasing him up. But he was actually there. So,
yeah, there you go. But really nice guy. Ethan, we few beers in, few dice rolled, started to warm up to each other because we never met each other, and then it was really, really fun game. He's top bloke. He doesn't get out too much. I think he was saying with the whole world, like you said. But he was all over the rules, which was funny because he was correcting me on stuff. So.
There you go. So Ethan worked at New Games Workshop for years. So that's him and I think Jamie Kelly and a bunch of them. Yeah. Well, they're all crowd.
Yeah, awesome. But yeah, so he was running Tomb Kings. I think it was a Grand Army list. He had I'll go just left to right basically. He had a bunch of horses who were skirmishing, just the skeleton horses, I'm guessing with bows or something. He had 4 what are they called? They're
the Snake Rider dudes, not the Sepulchre.
Snake Riders?
The other ones. Yeah, I can't remember what they're called now, but the Snake Riders.
Yeah, the Snake Rider Knight guys, who I thought were really, really good.
Necropolis Knights. Get it right.
There you go.
Yeah.
A little bit worried about them. Because you don't see them much. So I was like, oh, here we go. Monstrous cav, I'm in trouble. And then we had 20 archers in a block. And then on a hill right in his back line, which was quite fortunate for him, he had a Screaming Skull catapult and my favorite, the casket. And in the middle of that, just to back it all up, he had not the Hierophant. What are they called? The guys on the dragon, the mage guys.
Yeah. The he had the leech high priest on a dragon.
The high priest, is it? Yep. Yeah. And then to his left, my right, he had a big block of skeleton spearmen, maybe 30 odd. In front of that, he had another group of skirmishing horsemen. To the right of that, he was starting to run out of room because there was impassable terrain. Basically, this is all quite close together. Like this is like across his line.
It was a skinnier deployment. Yeah.
So it was very close together. He had 3 chariots, just standard chariots. I think it had a champ in there, maybe standard. And then he had everyone's favorite, the Necrosphinx. And then he was ambushing a scorpion. Quick mile left to right. So I've been trying to keep my dragon, as I was saying, together with my knights, just as a bit of they net each other, really. They just need to support each other. It's kind of how this list works. And then I had a bit of empty space, and then I had my chariots. I had a couple of I wasn't saying before, but my archers, I was running in like a line of 5, just being like one of those real gamey dicks, having them so they can march up 15 inches and block something and be a bit of chaff. They're only 50 points. But if you don't actually move, you can still volley fire all 5. So they're a real skinny unit. They're really good, but they are a bit gamey, I suppose. But hey, I took them. So that's how I ran them. In the center, I ran my Sea Guard. ASB said, and I'm like, I don't know why I was thinking I was going to run 21 in like 3 rows of 7. He's like, nah, like put them in like 10, 12 wide. So I did. I ended up going wide, getting a lot more shots, and it actually worked out really well for me. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Probably because I've only played this list, I think, once before. And then, to the right of that, I had my sisters. I had more archers, 2 chariots, and an eagle. So lots of chaff on the right, quite heavy shooting on the right. And then obviously far on my left was just, bit of my hammer. So this is turn... Oh, God, where are we here? I missed quite a few times. So I'll go through what happened. So on my left, the dragon and the dragon princes just beelined it straight forward. And I ended up putting, I think it was my chariot, into his horseman that were in front of his the
Necronites.
The Necronites. Yeah. But he moved them out of the way. And we just kind of got into like this final position. And then I said to Ethan, I'm like, he was just being real cagey with them. He's like, oh, I don't think they're going to do too well. And I'm like, man.
Was he doing the reserve move spell a lot too, like moving stuff up?
He was trying, but I had Drain Magic on.
Oh, yeah, Drain Magic, yeah.
Yeah, so thanks to Alex from 2+, he was like really like, oh man, it's a pain in the ass in this edition. Yeah. And it saved me quite a bit. He did get everything off that he probably should have, even with all his bonuses that he had. But yeah, I was quite surprised because it ended up I was facing down his the Necro Knights with my Dragon Princes, and I only had 6 Dragon Princes. I'm like, man, I'm not going to do anything to you. Like, you're going to steamroll through me. And anyway, they went up head to head. I think I ended up getting into him, obviously, and going first when we obviously charged each other or however it worked. And yeah, I did quite well. He didn't do very well. He lost a heap of them. I can't quite remember, but I think I did get my dragon in to finish them right at the end. We did an overrun, and then I ended up getting to his back line where his dragons moved forward later on. So you can see it down here. But previously, his move forward. So I was able to get into his Screaming Skull catapult and then into his trying to think of it, casket. So I was able to take those out. I did have in the center, I was sort of stuffing around a bit with my knights on where to go. They did end up turning around and they had a failed charge against his skeletons. So they faffed about a bit. But yeah, on my right, I was able to get the eagle around as well. Like he just did like the real long move around, and he actually got into. By the time a dragon got there, my eagle was also into his casket. Poor Ethan, it was like turn 1, and he. Sorry, I went first as well in this game. So he didn't get that extra movement and shooting, so it was quite advantageous for me. But yeah, his Screaming Skull misfired, and he got the can't shoot for that turn and the next.
Yeah.
Which is like the very first that he was trying to shoot it. And obviously that coupled with the casket, as we know, can be quite devastating. The other thing that happened, he basically put his 3 chariots forward in front of his Necrosphinx and had his Necrosphinx right behind the 3 chariots. I wasn't quite sure why he did that, but he did that. I think he was just worried about it getting shot off. And I basically sent 2 chariots into those. I think I knocked out 1 or 2 straight up just from impact hits and all my attacks. And then they sat there for a couple of turns. I think he took 1 chariot out, but I was able to end up taking out that unit. And he did end up taking his Necrosphinx forward, and I did shoot it and killed it. So it was probably right in trying to
keep your sisters, or was that?
Yeah, the sisters went quite well in this because I wasn't. The only thing I did do was I had the big 5-inch pie plate spell from High Magic because I get to pick my spells, and I'm like, oh, maybe I can try and just get this block down. But no, he just kept raising it back. So I wasn't shooting that block. I'm like, there's no point. I'll just have to try and take everything else out and then maybe try and chaff it, things like that. But yeah, he ended up coming down. As you can see here, he did end up getting into combat with me, and his dragon ended up sort of like mopping up some of this chaff. I ended up taking out on that top left that 20 unit of archers. So he was left, I think with his dragon and his skeleton block with the spears, and he just mopped up a few bits and pieces. And unfortunately, he didn't get my sisters in the end because that's kind of what he was chasing down. But yeah, all in all, it ended up being quite bloody in the end. I don't think he got he might have got half the unit. I can't quite remember of my Sea Guard. But yeah, ended up getting a small win out of that one. I got a 11 and Ethan got an 8. But yeah, really good game. Really great bloke.
Pretty tight though, eh? Yeah. So you probably did you get over the 50 then? Is that what? Yeah.
Just because you had
75?
skeletons, like you just had so many numbers. So, you start taking out those bigger blocks and just, it was just it was a numbers game. So I was quite fortunate with that secondary.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. I'll just smash into game 3. I'm playing Richard Hill again. I've played him down at Shoutouts with my Nomadic War, and he's always playing like Expeditionary Force, lots of gyrocopters, and recently a similar list, I think, at the Masters. And yeah, this was going to be a pain in the bum because, yes, he was explaining to me the, what are they called? The sappers. Sapper rules. Again, he's like, so yeah, was it, did they just come up or is it a leadership test? Do you remember what it is? Maybe it's a leadership test.
It might be a leadership test.
Yeah. But as long as they don't move, no impact hits, no stomps, and only one attack, that's all you can do on them. And all 3 of them, he's got 2 units of range. I don't know. I'll probably do have his list there, but basically it's like I think it's 4 sets of 2 scout gyrocopters, 2 doom seekers. He's got a cannon and he might have 2 cannons actually. No, cannon and organ gun, I think. One of those 2. And then Thunderers with Burlock, I think, hanging around somewhere. He's got another engineer, and then he's got 2 15 Rangers. So I think there's a Ranger there. I think there's a Ranger in the middle. Can't remember if it's a Thunder or a Ranger in the middle, and then another one on there.
So with entrenched, is that so? You only get 1 attack, do you? I never knew that.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm like, that's good. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm like, oh, great. Those Dragon Ogres aren't going to do shat against those things.
Yeah.
Just go in and because I mean my plan initially when I was deployed was just push as hard as I can forward. I just was going to probably have to ignore the gyrocopters, except unless he got close enough to shoot them with the Voltide. But I mean, they can stay out of the 15 or the 20 and just have at it. And then so I put the Ungors in front of my bigger block just to give them a bit of a skirmish because I didn't want to slow up the Dragon Ogres too much. And just, I guess, legged it forward. What was 3? What was the mission for 3? I'm trying to remember what it was.
That was a flanking force.
Flank attack.
Right. So is this across flank? What did you do with flank attack? Oh, that's right. You had to. That's right. So it's a bit different to the rulebook one. It was like you rolled a dice and you either deployed all in the middle and to one flank, and they did the same on the other one, and that's what happened. So I'm like deployed all to the left and the middle, and he's deployed all to the right, my right and the middle, basically, something like that. And what's that? Entrenched basically means defend a low linear obstacle. Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of comments saying that.
Yeah.
But does that mean I do still get more than 1 attack?
I mean, you get more than 1 attack if that's what
it is. If that's wrong, he's made a mistake, unless I misinterpreted. But whatever, that's all cool. All good. So I pushed forward. He's got his Doom Seekers up there, being annoying as they do. Nice and fun. Just B1, just 1. Is that what that is?
Oh, there you go. I never knew that. Yeah, there you go.
Is that low linear obstacle rule? Maybe that's why we didn't see it in the book, Andrew, when you're looking at it.
Is that the rule for low linear obstacles? You can only attack with 1.
Obviously, we don't have enough low linear obstacles on the tables then.
That's completely different from the Bowman stakes.
Yeah. So maybe this is from that thing. Counts as not in base contact, so 1 attack only.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's really good then. I never knew that. That's so good.
Probably did read that at one point. Yeah. Anyway, all cool. So that's good. So push forward. I think I obviously killed his Doom Seekers at some point because I had to straight away. And he's just shooting at stuff. I'll just go through where we got to. So I pushed I was going to send these guys in if I can because I'm like, so basically I pushed my left unit here, the Minotaur with the Gors and all these big Ungors. And he got close with the gyros, which allowed me in my head to go, that's cool because now I can charge like the skirmisher rule, charge one of them, probably kill half my ungors and get them out of the way of my gore block to charge through. That was the whole load. I didn't mind that he got too close to me because I thought, oh, cool, that's good. The chariots went in and killed the Doom Seekers. And yeah, this is about where I'd pushed up when he was explaining that rule to me more. And I was like, oh, crap. That's really annoying. So originally my middle is going for his war machines or something, or that middle block. But when I just realized the guys on the right over here, the Dragon Ogres, are going to be basically useless against those, because those Rangers will just tear into them because there'll be 4 attacks. I'll have 4 attacks and he'll have friggin' 15. Strength.
You said great weapons? Yeah.
He had great weapons and crossbows and shit. And and I won't get stomps. I'll be just breaking straight away. So I didn't.
No options.
But I didn't even have to make that charge. That decision, because he had the concussive rune as well. And for 3 turns, those Dragon Ogres were stupid and couldn't charge anyway because kept failing stupidity over there. They stood there and got shot.
Holy.
3 turns in a row, I think I got.
Yeah.
So funny.
Right.
So anyway, so this is where it got interesting, because then we were looking at it. I was like, okay, so this is going to be fun. This is where he came around the back, and then I charged next turn with my Ungor. But if I roll high enough, I've got a flank on this unit over here with my Chaos Spawn, and we measured it out. I needed 15 to do that, or I needed like a 16 to hit the cannon or something. Actually, it might have been less. Might have been less to hit a cannon straight ahead, and it was 15 to go left, something like that.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 15. They're stupid. Dragon Ogres are stupid.
Yeah.
Did it, and I got my giant Chaos Spawn into the side of those guys who now I don't care about your linear obstacle there. And so, yes, that was much better. So that's when it actually started to work. So you can see I've lost some of my Ungors, but got into a stupid little thing. Actually did try to charge there too, and I think I failed. I can't remember. It was pretty dumb. I must have failed. I did. That's right. Because you have to go through I had to go over that wall, so -1 and all that sort of crap. And they just went forward like 2 inches. But the fact that they both would have been in there, but also just having all that numbers, I was going to smash them. But the Nurgle Chaos Spawn went to town anyway, which is good. And over 2 turns, pushed them back. I think they came back at some point, but then I turned around and got the other unit that was in there. Those other, I think they must be I think they are Rangers. I think the other ones were Thunderers. So just over on this flank, basically the gyrocopters are bumping in and out against these Ungors, and eventually, probably taking too many pictures here, I just took out that unit. Actually, I can't remember why my Gors are still there, man. Cannot remember. Maybe I roll stupid on my thing as well. I could have, because I did it a couple of times where I had my stupidity for the game because I rolled a 1 on my other gods. But yeah, these middle Dragon Ogres took out his war machines. He did come in with that other unit, like dropped the wall, went in. But by then my Nurgle Chaos Spawn had done his job out on the left and then came back. And I don't think I took any more real pictures over there and took out that other unit and stuff. So basically by the end of the game, I think I had that 1 Ranger unit, and I think I'd killed like 2 gyros with I was moving my 2 wizards around, because he got close. I was able to occasionally do like a Vol type.
Yeah.
But even them it's hard to get it off because they're MR1 as well.
Yeah.
I didn't routinely get it off, but I did enough to kill, I think, 2 lots of his gyros, but not sort of just a unit of 2. That was about it. So he had a couple of them left, and he had 1 unit of the Rangers. I think I got the other one by the end of it. And what did you say the mission was? You had to be in the deployment zone or something?
Yeah.
You had to be in their flank and stuff.
Unit or character.
And have your own deployment zone empty of enemies, I think, as well.
Yeah. So I got those guys up there, and I think, I can't remember if you got that. I think I might have killed that 1 gyro or something. But I won it, but I don't think it was a big win, was it, Andrew?
I'm trying to find it new.
It's like 11-9 or something.
Where are you? Oh, sorry.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
9, I think. Did you get 9? And he got 7.
Oh, maybe it was that 9-7. Yeah, sounds about right. Yep. Yep. Yeah. But I was happy because that was 2-1 day one, so that'll do.
Yeah. Richard's a good player too. Like
I know. Yeah, he's up. Like he's. I mean, he's, I don't know. He was in the Masters, and it's just annoying, man. Like, I'm not exactly the most mobile list, and then when you can't actually attack the things in combat that you can attack, and then you can't get the other dudes because they're flying around everywhere. It's like it'll be a pain in the ass. Anyway, it worked out okay in the end.
Oh no! What did I do? I got rid of my share screen, didn't I? Yeah, let me bring it back up. So, you guys just want to talk for all of 2 seconds?
I'll just quickly shout the patrons out then.
Yeah. Actually, that'd be a good idea. Very good idea.
It's probably over half time there. Patrons making me log in over here. Oh, no, it's coming up. I will just give our patrons a quick shout out. They've been helping us with the rules as we go here. That's been really good. So just the paid ones. We've still got a bunch here. And I think, did we get any new ones that come in? Still people joining as free members, which is good. So hopefully, thanks for that. But we don't have the comp running anymore. So hopefully they're not doing it for that. But a big thank you to Nicholas Carew, Vinny, Louis Spagno McCallan, ASB, Arundel, the Beast Lord, King Pash, Tom Pickard, Not Matt. Thanks, Not Matt. He printed up this cool summary card. Yeah. Just Tours, Adam Lamb, The Orange Juicer, Maddie, Firebird 7137, Peter Holman, Mark Langley, Matt Hinton, The Old Warrior, Silver Dave, Sporadic Sanity, Mark, Nick, Chris Powler, Drunk M&A, Ben Shooter, Louis, who we met, he was there, Eugene Chaffel, Benoit, Cameron James McKellen, Liam Fallon, Tommy Kublin, Jay McBride, Flatwoods Edge, Sexy Jelly, Herald of the Old World, Kill Her, David Dodge, Lancaster, Tommy Dogs, Matthew Klein, Matt Morris, Perfety Griff, Jess Tours, Wood Duck, Josh Griffiths, Nananuum, Daniel Broadstock, Elian Mitchum, Gilthos, there's a few on the second page here. Gilthos Trachanos, Diesel, Demigamer, Robert Z, Flaccid Thrust Hammer. OG Whirler, Bobby Gherkin. Here it is. See, Gunwitch, Zen Fox, Todd Lloyd.
Oh, so he's reappeared.
He did rejoin up because he said I don't know what happened, but he's definitely, he is the OGs. I don't know what happened last week.
The OG.
But thanks, guys. If you want to jump over there and join them and harass us on our Discord and send us questions, much appreciated. It definitely helps us turn up. So thank you. Big thank you, guys. Cool.
Yeah. I've got one question I can do. I don't have easy access to the Discord, but let me just, because Jade just put this one up. Is this the first 2-day event all year for all of us? Not like as in. Yeah. Have you guys done any other 2 days this year?
Shycon.
Shycon was 2 days, was it? No, so I haven't. I did a 3-dayer. Well, 2.5 of a 3-dayer. Technically. Not a 2-day though.
Yeah. No, we've done a couple, but we've probably done a lot. I've done a lot more. Well, Andrew's done more than me. But I've just done a couple of 1 days outside of those 2, yeah.
There you go. First 1.5. Yeah, good point.
Oh, it was that one, though. It was definitely the first 1.5 for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the first one for me in the new.
I've been to 2 tournaments in 1.5 already, guys. I've done the most tournaments of the 3 of us in 1.5.
Josh is currently ranked 5th in Australia.
He's a veteran.
Yeah.
Not because I've been doing very well, just because I keep playing games, which is bizarrely out of character for me.
Let's go. All right. So I will compress this into 2 slides because that's all I took. And they're both on deployment. I was playing against Daryl, who's a bit of a veteran within obviously the scene in Newcastle. I think he plays quite a bit of fantasy. I don't know what else he plays, but yeah, really good guy. Really nice bloke to play against. I think I played him a few times previously. He's got like Dark Elves as well, I think. possibly some other
Tomb
armies.
Kings,
some cool
Demons. He was Wooden Spoon last
think-
year, but that's because he took Demons.
Yeah. But
Unfortunately,
it's
Three Renegades.
it's a blast. I think Colin knows him like you guys know each other a bit, don't you? Like,
yeah, only through the club. And
Wasn't that in the slow grow we did?
Yeah.
I think he was painting the Dark Hills then. Yeah.
yes.
Mm.
So, yeah.
I played
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, real chill guy. It's really
He's starting
really
to live
fun.
the dream. He's retired, I think, and he's just building up armies. It's perfect.
That's it. That's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, he was taking Chaos Wolves of the Sea. Very aggressive army. Again, probably something very similar to Gomo's. You just run across the board and kill things. Anyway, I'll go his left to right, and I'll try and remember everything he had. He had Rorder Horsemen, I think 10. He had the Wolves of the Sea Berserkers running skirmish right next to them. So they're right up against the. So yeah, sorry, he had his right flank and my right flank. So this is his deployment. Then I'll go down to my deployment. And then he had a big impassable building. It was quite a large building actually. And that kind of created these lanes that were sort of like forced into a little bit, which we'll discuss later on. On the other side of this big piece of impassable terrain, he's got 5 skin wolves. Behind them, he was running 5 dogs. I was surprised he didn't put the dogs in front, maybe just to mitigate some shooting. But obviously the dogs, I think they went a different direction. Then next to that was a Chaos Spawn. Next to that was 3 of Gomo's Sin Children, the old Dragon Ogres. Next to that, in the forest, there was another group of the Berserkers. Behind that, he was running I think it was a Zinch Demon Prince, I believe he was running. And I don't know how kitted up it was, but it was a level 3. It did have some bits and pieces, definitely. But as we know, Demon Princes aren't.
Sorry, it was Nurgle Demon Prince, level 3 General Biting Blade, Armor of Meteoric Iron.
Okay, yep.
Spell for me, 3 Favors of the God, and the Brazen Collar.
There we go.
On Demonology. Yeah.
I don't know what any of that does, but yes, he had that. He explained it to me. I think the Nurgle is one of the better ones, possibly. But then he was saying he didn't go the Nurgle Chaos Spawn. I think he went the...
He went the core one, didn't he? Is that?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it now. Yeah.
So, but yeah, he was saying that he heard Nurgle was a good one, but he got told Khorne for some reason. And then he's like, I wish I took the Nurgle. But anyway, and then to the right of that, he had another unit of Skin Wolves. I think some dogs behind it. Am I missing anything from that list? Oh, yeah, he had a big vanguarding unit of, ambushing unit of the Berserkers, possibly.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, 10 of them. Yeah, the Shaggoth. Did I miss the Shaggoth?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that is the Shaggoth behind the Skin Wolves. Yep.
You brought Mark's favorite thing that I need to start employing.
Oh, it goes all right, the old Shaggoth.
Have you got a model for it?
He's got the official bow. He went and bought it from Games Workshop when it came back out this year because he was trying to get he had a crappier one or something, and then he just decided to get the proper one that just came out, like the reader.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, it's good.
No, that's
right.
Do you have one ready to go?
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, I'm going to use, if you see my pictures and you see that the 2 different Dragon Ogres I use for the Shaggoth. Well, not Shaggoth, what's the other one? Now I've got the names mixed up. The, what are they called? The Dragon Ogre champion dude. Mark, what's his name? What's it called? How can my brain go dead? I just played him 2 days
I know
ago.
what you're saying, but I can't. I've got the word.
But anyway, that guy I'm using as my Shaggoths when I use it because they're on the same size base. Shoutouts. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. So I've got a slightly bigger Dragon Ogre with a big spear and stuff, and I think he'll go good for it. Like at the moment, at least as a Shaggoth.
Yeah. Sweet. Deployment wise, I can't see down my bottom left, but basically you'll see a nice little piece of paper on my very far left, and I couldn't actually deploy on that side anyway, so it probably worked out quite well because that was a big piece of impassable. And then obviously there was a forest sort of like just in front of my left flank. So I stuck in like two Tyrannoc chariots on my left flank, and they were basically just facing down. Like I said, there was a bit of a lane there. And that was going against the Berserkers and his Marauders. In the center, I had a Tyrannoc chariot. I had two of my little bitch darts that were on top of a hill, which you can't see, and they were just plucking shots out. I put my unit of Sea Guard just in front of the hill, and then that was a lane, and then that was sort of like and then my sisters, and that it's a lot of shooting, but it was staring down 5 skin wolves, 5 dogs, a chaos spawn, the gigantic spawn, and then 3 dragon ogres, possibly some berserkers, and a demon prince. So I'm like, man, it's a lot of shooting, but that's a lot of stuff coming at me. And then on his far flank, where he had his skin wolves, I was basically looking at him. That was going to be my hammer side. I decided to throw in my dragon princes and my dragon and my eagle. And I'm like, well, if I take that strong bit up onto his very far left flank, then that was sort of like might give me some breathing room, because it's going to be like, well, do I keep going forward and have these guys on my flank, or do I slow down and turn around? That was the way I was sort of like looking at it. So basically what's happened on the left-hand side is taken up his I took up my 2 chariots. He's come forward with his Marauder Horsemen. I was able to get both chariots into them, took out his Marauder Horsemen, and I decided to overrun. I was able to get off the board, which was good, because it got out of the way of a possible charge from his Berserkers. So that's how that flank went. In the center, actually, I'll go into the right flank because the center's a bit messy. So on my right flank, I basically took up my dragon princes and the dragon. I was able to get into his skin wolves, took that out. I was also able to get into his went up getting into combat with his the Shaggoth, and ended up taking that out with his dragon. My dragon took out his Shaggoth.
Did he do any wounds to you?
Yeah, he did. They're quite good. I reckon they're quite good, but I was able to get through it. And basically I was able to turn and face and took out, I got a charge onto his Demon Prince, which was kind of sitting back and, just casting, because he's the caster. So he didn't really want to get into combat. But I was able to take out his Demon Prince with my dragon, which really stuffed around, obviously, with his leadership, as you can imagine. And then, I was basically shooting everything up into his center. I took out quite a bit of his center as well. And my dragon sort of got stuck into things. Can't remember exactly how we finished. But I ended up using my darts just to slow him down as well. Just those little darts off on the left. Just the archer darts. And I think I got a semi-reasonable amount of the center. I wish I got a shot at the end because I can't quite remember how we finished up.
But the game's always tough at Castle to remember.
Yeah, definitely. Because it was all on my side, I don't think I got any secondaries at all in the end, because I had nothing in his deployment zone. He was down in my deployment zone. But I was able to kill most of his army, so it's a lot one of those things. So where are we, Andrew? So I got 11 points, but no bonuses at all.
Right.
So 11 out of 15 is not too bad. And then Daryl got, where is Daryl? He got, I can't even find him on this list. Oh, there he is, sorry. Yeah, so he got 4, and then he got 1 because he was in my deployment zone, I think.
Okay. You got him. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think he went.
That was our game.
He went okay overall, I thought. Now I can't remember where he finished up. I think he went okay.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He went
in the end. That's cool. Do you want me to read out one of the questions? Because we do only get one question from the patrons before I just quickly do my round 4. Because then there's only one game for round 5, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, just to keep things just interesting for people. Patrons sent us in, and everyone can chime in on the chat here because a couple of you already have, because this is the question. King Pash said, given your great criminal heritage, because they keep love to rip us off as being convicts over here, what crimes are you each most likely to be wrongly accused of? So are we supposed to answer that?
Are we supposed to answer that?
No, I just like to read out what they wrote. It was funnier.
Yeah, so I know. What they wrote is funny.
Yeah,
I'd like to. Yeah, go for it.
I'll do King Pash, but I didn't read Mark's because I didn't want to know. I want someone else to read it because they're funny. King Pash said, so for Gomo, he said cybercrime, hacking the GW firewall only to leave a smiley face on every internal document, allegedly. And then Andrew would be guilty of robbing banks to get more money for toy soldiers. Not proven due to every witness account mentioning only a very luscious beard that dazzles like the stars. What? I didn't even read that bit. And a hipster cunt man bun. But Josh always gets the prize. Shagging and eating 400 people, mostly elderly, and not always in that order. Case drops due to lack of complete witnesses.
That's it.
It's so ridiculous. Like, it couldn't be more different from my personality. It's ridiculous.
You ate 400 people.
400 people.
400 elderly people.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Mostly elderly and not always in that order. So what does that mean? Oh god, no, I don't even want to think of what that means.
This is really open floodgates for all these comments.
Yeah.
Everyone piling.
Josh and his blood orgies.
There we go. Actor, serial offenders.
Yeah.
Someone brought to read Mark's out if you can see it, or do you want me? Is that easier?
Yes, that would be easier. I haven't got it in front of me. So.
I can't really pull them up on my phone very easily.
Cool. Yeah. So I haven't actually read this, so we'll see how we go. It's a bit longer, sorry. But Gomo, apparently I will be guilty for well known for his love of IT. But what people do not know that he's actually of Italian descent, and that every summer he vanishes for 2 weeks and he enters into a deadly event in Sicily for family honor, proudly bearing his family's crest, 2 wyverns shitting on a corpse. The event, due to its sadly deceased sponsor, Mr. Lee, is now simply known as Game of Death. Mr. Lee never met Gomo, but if he had, he would have enjoyed the way he beat up an ancient enemies of the family in games of sudden death Warhammer Fantasy. Gomo is responsible for 67 confirmed kills and 34 possible fatalities, and has often prompted the organizers to simply say, as words of warning to his opponents, don't look at the finger or you miss all the heavenly glory. Like a novel. Andrew's the former lock for the Sydney Roosters, forced to leave for inability to sledge and refusing to take money from a sombrero when offered. Finished his playing career at Wagga Wagga, where even to this day, he's adoring fans singing songs when he visits. Here he comes, the bearded fucker. He's not a galah, but he's our mucker. How are you making this up so quick, Mark? Like this was only put up like just before the podcast.
Going wild.
Should have been a novelist. Maybe Mark is in a different life. And Josh is the serial killer with a C, well known for cold eyes and confirmed fatalities. 937 packs of Cocoa Pops. Never found guilty. Often found living in 2006 clothing and pleading the sixth.
Pleading the sixth.
Oh, that's a good idea. Angela said, "Can we get a new Discord channel for these?" We probably should for these responses.
Yeah.
I heard Mark said he's got a way for words. I don't know. Silver Dave just rejoined and said, "What the hell is going?" Yeah, I will have to post these. They're in the Discord if you have a look. But basically, apparently, these are our given your great criminal heritage, what crime are you most likely to be wrongly accused of?
Yeah, wrongly accused of.
Wrongly.
That's right. Okay, let's quickly finish that. We got three games quickly to go through. This is day 2.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yep.
Okay,
Day 2.
I'll kick into day 2. And I'm playing my first Cathay army. Finally, I get to see some Cathay. We had 2 Cathay here.
Oh, yes.
And Troy's was difficult because I know, like, it's sometimes you don't. Obviously, I'm assuming people are still struggling to get through them because they're pretty detailed models. This was diagonal deployment, like whatever it's called. That one that goes meeting engagement, or one of them. I don't know. The difference though they did in this tournament was if you rolled a 1, you still came in on turn 1, but you just at the back of the board. So like you don't. So not as bad. We then proceeded to not roll a 1 for any of us. So we just played a normal game. So that worked out easy. Yeah.
Why rolling?
And on top of this, I think this
is
the missions you had to get your general in the opposing deployment. And there was a couple of little things like that.
Yeah, it was general.
Yeah.
Oh, all the other ones. Was this the most expensive? No, that was early on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway,
just got the list.
So yeah, he's just running Cathay. He's got 2 big Jade Lancer blocks for the core because he doesn't have any infantry apart from that. One of them is ambushing. I felt bad to do this, but Troy was like, "They're crap. I never get to roll ambush. Can't get it. I'm not going to ambush him anymore." Blah blah blah. And I went, "Oh, doesn't your balloon give him?" Because we looked at this last week. Doesn't the balloon give you that +1 though? And he's like, "Does it?" And I went, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." So I showed him, and he's like, "Oh, well, ambush." And then he proceeded to not roll them to turn 5. I felt so bad. So he still couldn't roll it. He kept rolling 1s and 2s.
So he'd roll the 1 and then re-roll it, and then he's still like roll another 2 or something. So
he'll just get a plus or minus each turn.
Sorry, you don't roll it.
Yeah. So he just kept he rolled 1, a 2, a 2, a 1 to turn 5.
That's so good.
Anyway. Got to do the mind games, but oh god, that was bad. I feel bad. Anyway, so the good thing about this army for me, this game, was it was 6 inches from the middle. So I'm like, I'm pushing right, like I'm lying across the 12-inch line here. Because I guess with one of those units out of there, and as far as I've never played Cathay, but as far as I knew, I wasn't overly worried about the Jade Lancers. I wanted to try and push my Dragon Ogres right in front of their face. Just, and then I don't know, the balloons are annoying, but there's only 1 at least in this, and that's this is the meta thing I was saying. I feel like Australian meta for Cathay is going to be less balloons, at least initially, because they're $350. So I just did. I'm across the board like this. He's got his Sentinel like right on that side, and that's where I ended up putting my little skirmishes and my 2 Voltide Wizards. So it was a really good setup for me because it was just like, the thing I could kill with Voltide right there is like almost within 50. If it was within 20 inches when I deployed. So if I got turn 1, just move up and then at least try and shoot some stuff. He's got 2. So this one's the one that has, I think you can pick a spell. Is it? Oh no, it doesn't take multi wounds. I can't remember, something like that. And then he's got one of those cannons, another dragon, and then he's got the rocket launcher one at the back there. He's got 2 of the Shigengans. One's just a general and one's a lord. So he's got a level 2 and a level 3 or something. And then you saw it there, the Jade. Yeah, on the long bars, yep. And then the 10 Jade Sentinels with the general on the little, the gatekeeper or whatever. But I think it's just a war banner or something. Like it, like it wasn't a big tuned up army or anything. And I don't even know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was just a lantern. I don't think it had any character on it either. So So there's not a lot in it. Like, if you can just push across and hopefully get into some combats. The biggest thing was what he was going to do with those flying characters, because I wasn't overly scared of them, but I also can't catch flying very easy if they, just don't engage and start shooting me with magic all game.
Yeah.
Did I get turn 1? I can't remember. I did, moved up, and I Voltide off his Sentinel. That's right. Basically didn't charge them with my Dragon Ogres. I just moved him up that if I didn't Voltide, he would charge them, and I was happy with that as well, because I'd probably still kill him. And then popped my Chalice, so he couldn't shoot me in the first turn with all his cannons. And just got onto my Herdstone and pushed my Dragon Ogres up. And then his turn 2, this is where I think, unfortunately, didn't go well for him, because I think he picked his wrong targets. He charged, if I go to the chart turn. Oh, so this is funny too, because I knew the Jade Lancers were coming. I was like, what do I do with this spawn? I thought I'm just going to hang him out the back. And I was like, because I thought at least he's he's a random mover. If he appears to try to take out, because my wizards are on the left. So I thought if he appears over there to try to get them, at least my spawn's facing that way. And then I can try to do it, because I didn't need him for anything else. So I was like, oh, I'll just do that. So he got a bit of a break this game. And then, he charged his Shigengans. So his general, this is the general, not the Lord level one, into my Razor Gore. And he charged his other one into my Chariots, which I guess is fine because he can kill them, which he did. Well, sorry, he did. He killed my Razor Gore. But now like, my 2 Voltide dudes are standing right here. And I'm like, that's the thing I'm worried about, is I can't shoot you if you're away 20 inches away from me, because I can't move there and shoot you. But now you're standing right next to me. So that was a bit, I don't know, I think that was a bad play on his part. And then again, these Chariots, he only put 3 wounds on this dude, and he just fell back a bit. And I didn't even fall back, sorry. I gave ground, which means now my general's unit has a flank charge on his Lord. I was just like, everything was just going my way. I was like, oh, this is just like, what is happening here? So I went, and then he charged my Dragon Ogres, but I didn't care about that. Wiped the back rank of them. That's where I've got my Chariot. You can see lined up a little bit ready for it, so you can get an impact hit, because that was good. What I'll do, the Minotaur goes in, the Doom Bull goes in that. I think I Voltide it off his general, but the general.
Did you did you get that? Diego was asking about do you recall the +1 bonus to casting? Did you get that at all when his caster came up?
So which caster?
Yeah, I think, do you get a bonus? Does everyone get a bonus when going up against? I'm assuming.
Oh, yes, the 2 guys, if they're within 6, get it. Is that what he's talking about? Yeah. And usually keep them together, but obviously you charge. And again, he even brought that up at the beginning of the game, that usually has to keep them together, but obviously they're not together here. Yeah. He'll get a minus at the moment because he's within 12 of my Herdstone that I control. So a couple of debuffs back and forth here with all our magic. And the Doom Bull goes in. I can't remember. I probably kill it at some point, which I did. Yeah, killed that's his Lord too. That's his actual general. Because I think it's called a Shigengan Lord, who's his general, and then he's got a Shigengan General. Is that right? Who's just a normal dude.
Not the general?
Yeah, he's not the general. The Shigengan General is the lower one, I think, and the Shigengan Lord is might be wrong. It's the bigger one is the general.
Who's the actual general?
Yeah, confusing. But anyway. The balloon was the other thing he did with the balloon again. I mean, geez, nothing against, like, it's first army, like playing Cathay and stuff. So I guess you just got to learn how to play it. Like, I think he was charging it in and getting some impact hits and stuff, but I feel like it's heaps more effective just dropping those bombs and flying around and shooting things. He did get to do that fallback crap. Like he lost combat here and he fell back. I was only allowed to give like follow up there on that one. Like so the Dragon Ogres went into one cannon and then eventually got into the other cannon, and then I took out his general with probably another Voltide. Yeah, that's what it would have been. I probably Voltided it. It didn't get it first, and then I got it again. the next turn. And the Dragon Ogres went into, as you see, the balloon, and then it just fell apart. I just moved my general into his deployment zone to get the what's it call it, the victory thing. And then we went to turn 6. He did actually roll and got not turn 5. He got his other guys on, but by then that was the only thing he had left. I think it was over by then. So I just went,
they just automatically come on by turn 5.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it's top stuff.
Yeah.
But like we could have pushed it. Like I could have tried to see if I could kill him with my Dragon Ogres, but he could have I said, you just put them, I'd put them somewhere else. I can't even get them. You know what I mean? Like put them.
Yeah.
Put them behind. There's like a river over to the right. Just put them behind there. I'm not going to get them. So yeah, it was a 19-1 win. That one, that was massive. But it just felt like everything went my way. But yeah, he put those Shigeng, his generals and characters way too close. And just allowed me to, because that's why. That's the thing I'm finding with them. If you don't come near me, I can't do anything. You know, if I can't get across the board to get you, I can't do anything. So, yeah.
Those Voltides, you don't think they're that bad, and then like you start getting Voltide, you're like, man, they hurt, especially the rerolls. Like they just,
yeah. Oh yeah, they pop the Sentinel in one go. It's pretty funny. Sometimes you roll like whatever, like 19, and you don't roll a single 6, and then you re-roll and you get like 5 6s. Phew, lucky for that re-roll. Yeah.
I think there was some addressing the lantern comp. So Mark actually responded with the lanterns, their balloons, saying that a lot of the TOs in the UK are limiting them to 2 max.
Yeah.
And then I think Angela said that Old Hammer also is going to have a max of 2.
Oh, they are? Cool. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I heard.
Well, I've only got 2. I bought 2. That's all I've got. Yeah. I don't want to buy any more than that because of that. Yeah.
Which
is fair enough. They're under.
It's very reasonable.
They're under-costed. Yeah. They're probably not OP. They're probably just under-costed.
No,
I don't know.
I haven't played.
Guys, if you're going which way or the other, but I mean, like
that's
the amount of wounds they've got.
True. Once you put characters on them as well.
Well, how much more? How many more points would they need to have added for them not to be considered undercosted and OP?
Well, that's the problem where they're like points versus rules. Sort of like, where do you bring it back? Like it's
but like if you're in rare, then if you go over a certain amount, you can't get more than 2 and stuff like that. So that would lock it down. Like little things like that might help a bit.
Yeah. Do they need to be more than 200 points?
I reckon.
Maybe, but they're only tough 5. Yeah, I don't know.
7.
Don't know. I haven't played them enough. I only played them once.
Keep the rules the same. What's the price point that makes them like not?
Well, let's see what happens because I think Andrew played one right now.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
If I was going to price it,
it's up
220.
Whoa, okay, cool.
Nearly double. Yep, nice.
That's where I'm at.
I haven't played against it, so I reserve my opinion.
Ooh.
I have yet to burst my Cathay bubble.
Your Cathay bubble. I was playing against Aaron, old Aaron, who was also running Cathay. Another great bloke. Funnily enough, I think I was about 8 or 9 beers deep at this point in time. So I did not even realize about the special rules in the tournament pack. So we played.
Isn't this day 1? Isn't this game 1, day 2 though? And you're still 8 beers in.
Oh, maybe not 8 beers. No, sorry, I'm lying. That would have been against Daryl. I would have been
a couple,
5 or 6 beers in, maybe. Yeah.
But
it was day 2, and you're tired. Sorry, I wasn't. Yeah, but anyway, we just did media engagement. But I did have beers in the morning for breakfast, so we'll get into it.
I think Mark just ripped Josh off. Then
did he
see that? Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, I think that's what he means about your comment that you haven't played. Oh, sorry, Jay McBride did. Sorry, not Mark.
Oh,
I think that's to do with your comment that you haven't played.
Oh, yeah.
Cathay isn't in 6 sets, so
it's ridiculous.
Oh, hang on, let me.
I've played like 8 games of 1.5, and everyone's still ripping into me. What the hell?
I've played more 1.5 than me and Andrew probably have.
Oh, no.
All right, let me get this up. All right. So yeah, day 2, game 1 against Aaron. Yeah, great guy. I remember going through this list as we were going through them. I'm like, man, I really hope I don't go up against this list. And of course, I'm going up against it. So I was a little bit unsure on how I was going to tackle it. I'll go through what he had. So his left to right. And as we said, it was like a 6-inch deployment. So I thought I was going to deploy real close just to get as close as I could to him. He's got quite a shooting army. But yeah, his left, he had his cannon. He had Jade Lancers. Behind that was his level 3 Lord. What are they? Shigengan.
Shigengan Lord.
Yeah, wizard. So he sort of said it's like a lord of a semi-combative wizard on a griffin is like how he said he sums
basically.
him up.
Yeah, it's not as like
fair. Yeah.
Think better than an Empire guy, but probably not as good as like a High Elf guy.
Yeah,
it's like an anointed from the 16 cult.
Bit of toughness, I guess.
Okay.
If I want to like follow through on this 6 shit,
yeah.
But nowhere as good as a Duke on a fucking broiled peg. Because he can't 360 either. Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Angelique's Dark just said I'd describe it like a demon prince. Probably, yeah. Like they
actually
can do stuff, but they're also quite.
Yeah, that's probably the best metaphor.
Yeah. Then he had we had a big piece of impassable, big pyramid. It was like a Egyptian theme board. Nice, yeah, it was nice theme board actually. Good job, Kendall. And behind both of them, he had 2 of the rocket batteries, which can do D6 wounds. So I was a bit like, we'll see how we go here. So they were hiding behind because he had a lantern which could give line of sight or something.
Yep.
To them. I'm not sure how that.
Draw a line of sight. You just can draw a line of sight from the
balloon. And then to the other side of the pyramid, basically back in his line of combat, he had it was like 10 or 11 like the Jade Warrior guys. He had another cannon, so that's 2 cannons and 2 of these rocket batteries. So it was a bit like,
here we go. 4 artillery pieces, and they all have ogre loaders.
Yeah, ogre loaders and all of them. So my dragon
double
is not
shots.
Long for this world. Yeah,
I was so lucky to have that. Like, don't shoot for a turn once because that just helped. It was massive.
Yeah. No, I was fretting a bit. And then so the other side of the cannon, he had a big block of the Jade Warriors with like not the Marshal, Magister or something in it. He had a terracotta, the Sentinel. Sorry, not terracotta. The one that doesn't do multi wounds.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what thing he had too.
Yeah. And then you can't see it, but on his very far left, he ended up. I think he scouted in a balloon actually, or something like that, which is pretty cool. I didn't realize you could scout them in. That was his army. Getting a bit far there. Sorry, it's not zoomed out enough, this picture, but on my very far left, I think it was my eagle. I had my dragon, and they were facing off against his Jade Lancers, a cannon, and his Shigengan Lord. I also had Dragon Princes, and then that was going to be like my left lane of attack, just keeping the Dragon Princes and the dragon together. I thought Lancers, hopefully, the whole game of attack was like, just try keep that cannon busy just by throwing stuff straight at it, and then try and get like Dragon Princes and the dragon into the Lancers, smash through them because he said, they're sort of like silver helms. I'm like, I'll get them. So I'm like, silver helms, I'll smash through these guys. And then into the Shigengan Lord, hopefully kill that, and then go around behind the pyramid, take out his artillery, and then come in behind and mop up everything else. So that was my big grand plan. And then, so in my center, I had 3 chariots, 2 of my archer darts as well. Now, that was basically facing into his infantry. Then to the right of those, I had my Sea Guard and a big long line just in 2 rows facing off against his Sentinel. Then I had another unit of archers, just the dart again. And then I had all my sisters out to my right flank. Then they were going to come around and shoot at his Sentinel as well. I was just like, I'll just shoot everything at it, try and get that down. And then, he ended up plonking his lantern sort of nearby my sisters. I didn't actually really know exactly what the lantern did, but we'll get into that later.
Drop some bombs.
Drop some bombs. I ended up, it was a bit of a smart play here, actually. So I ended up sending my eagle towards his cannon. His cannon grape shot of my eagle, took it off. I was hoping, just with grape shot and whatnot, it's like, I might be able to just get lucky. And then if I get in there, completely forgetting it had an ogre because he didn't have it was like the cannon in front. There's I knew from the list it had an ogre, but sometimes you're so I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go in there. And he's like, oh yeah, do you want to attack the ogre? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, you got an ogre. So it caught me by surprise a few times. But that was just me, just being a bit ditzy on day 2. Dragon went into his I tried sending my princes up, but they ended up being too far away to get into the lances. And then he, funnily enough, sent his Shigangan Lord into my dragon princes. I was a little bit surprised with that outcome. I thought he was going to sit back, but he did end up sending them up, and he plonked them right in front. So basically, I could get a charge off. And then I had my 3 chariots in the center, as you can see, staring down and I was shooting at this all the time. He had his little unit of 10 Jade Warriors. I completely just thought, I'm not going to focus on his big unit of Jade Warriors. I'm just going to shoot at this Sentinel. So I plucked off all the shots I could. You can see there, that's where he put his balloon on the right-hand side. And sorry to Aaron, I think I almost knocked this thing over about 4 times. These balloons right near the side of the board, they're big, and they.
I was thinking, I don't know if it's going to help, but I was thinking of really weighting that base down. Underneath it, because then at least it won't potentially fall over. But I don't know.
Potentially,
yeah. Real tactical rock, just a really big.
Yeah. Just sometimes you just bump the board a bit, and then
it's just because it's got the friggin' fan things coming out the side as well, and that bomb thing at the back. Yeah, I know, easy done.
I did knock it over, but I was a couple of times. I'm like, oh geez, just a little bump of the table, and it's like that, crystal vase just rocking around. But anyway, he's gone hell for leather on my sisters, and I didn't realize how the bombs work. I actually only thought it's got the crane guns. But the bombs just, man, they went to town on the old sisters. So I lost half my sister unit in 1 turn. They've run up forward, and then they just kept shooting at the Sentinel. This is where it got quite surprising, and I was a bit like, oh, my grand plan sort of went to poo. My dragon's gone in. We got into a challenge. I killed him. I think we might have pressed or drawn combat or something, or got pushed back. But then again, we got into a second combat, and again, his lancers pushed my dragon back. It lost it drew and lost or something twice in a row. I was quite surprised. And then I sent my dragon princes into his Shigangan Lord, and his Shigangan Lord again pushed my princes back. So I'm like, oh, here we go. And at the same time, you can see right in the center, this is another thing that was a bit, because I sent 3 chariots, and all 3 got into, even though, because he did that bombard rule where you can't, I think you lose Swiss stride maybe in 1 movement. But I was still able to get all 3 chariots into his 10 Jade Warriors. And between 3 chariots, I lost combat, 2 ran off, and 1 was in the flank as well. It was crazy. I killed 3 or 4, and I think one lost one wound and the other just, I don't know. It was crazy. Like, it's got like a 3-up save and
like 3d6 impact hits.
Yeah, but they've got no armor penetration, so
a
3-up save's pretty good when you're not taking off the armor. Yeah.
And a 5-up ward. Is that one? Is that the Shigangan you're talking about?
No.
No, just in that little unit. Yeah, okay,
Yeah. Anyway.
Because of that weapon thing. Yeah.
I was out at 18, so they've all started running off. One was still there, but the others just ran off.
Chariot, are they?
Sorry?
They're just parrying the impact here from the chariot. Chariot away with their sword.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I don't know. But anyway, they just, they didn't do very well. The Sentinel's gone, as you can see. So I finally shot that off, and then everything else started shooting into stuff that it could. Where are we? So I finally got through the Lancers. It took me a while. And then my dragon is off the board. So you can't, he's not on his base, so you can't really see exactly what's going on here. So when I ended up winning the combat against the Lancers, I turned around and faced, as you can see, back to where I thought that the Shigangan Lord was going to end up. And what's actually happened, so the Shigangan Lord, if you can imagine, like looking at that picture, the dragon was facing, so the Shigangan Lord was up against those dragon princes.
Yeah.
And my dragon was facing in a position where he was going to overrun into the side of the Shigangan Lord, thinking that Shigangan Lord again is going to win combat because he charged in and overran, and I'm going to go into his side or his back or whatever, or he's going to maybe, there wasn't much he could do. I positioned in such a way that he couldn't really get out of it, just because I was 1 inch away from him. So he couldn't reform anywhere else, if you know what I mean. So he could reform backwards, but he couldn't still get out of my charge arc because he was forward from where you can see him. But yeah, as it would happen, my dragon princess, decided he whiffed on everything. I won combat, and he's moved back out of my ingenious plan, and I'm just like, shit. I was so confident. You're so confident something's happening your way.
No, you're so happy. Exactly. Multiple times. And
then his given ground, I'm like, damn it.
Just when you think you've worked it out, hey, you just get it wrong the wrong way.
So everything's gone pear-shaped. So that's where the dragon would have been. And then you can see his given ground there. So now I'm out of his arc. Which is unfortunate for me. Sorry, this is a little bit down. So I'll keep going around. So the dragon ended up going up. His Shigangan Lord, I think he did end up taking out the dragon princes, and he's moved off. I ended up turning around, and that chariot that you see in the middle with 3 wounds off ended up going in and taking out his cannon on the left. I sent my dragon up, and he took out his 2 rocket batteries, and then went around and got the cannon. And I was trying to, like I said, because he's Shigangan Lord, like, ran off. I'm not going to chase him down. It's not going to. I wouldn't catch him. And then his infantry just kept coming towards where I suppose those dragon princes are. There wasn't really anything there. He's just sort of like moving them over. And his balloon, you can see in the top right corner, that's my champion. That's the only thing left out of my sisters. So he took them out, and then he came down. I think he took out a couple more units of just like the little archer darts with his Shigangan Lord. And then, where are we? So this is the end. So this is where it got a little bit strange. So on the right-hand side, you can see that my Seaguard brick is up against the back of that Sphinx.
Yep.
So what he's done is basically I moved that, see in the top right corner, I've got that single sister character left. That's moved in closer. Yep. So I've marched him around to force him to get his balloon around so I could shoot at it. He's come in, he's killed that, and then I fucked up. I actually fucked this up. So I thought he panicked this unit off, but he didn't, because I lost 2 leadership tests in a row, but it's not unit strength 5. I actually didn't have to do this, but there we go. I did. So this is a stuff up from me. So the archers ran off, and then the Sea Guard ran off.
Because they ran through them, but you didn't have to.
Yeah. But we couldn't do it in a way where you can see where the Sphinx is. So it was really weird because you kind of run away from the enemy, but I couldn't turn around the impassable and run away from it. So we just ended up, I nudged the whole thing over like 3 inches, and then he just ran back towards the board. So we got Kendall over. I'm like, well, what do you do in this situation? Because you can't wheel a unit like that, turn around and wheel it around like a big piece of terrain like that. Like, it was just too awkward. So that's what we ended up doing. But yeah, I didn't have to do this because I just realized I screwed up my rules. And yeah, that was sort of the end of it. He came in with his Shigangan Lord and his balloon for a Hail Mary at this unit, but couldn't quite take it off. But he got the points for it in the end, basically. And yeah, it ended up being, it was pretty close. So I think I won on points, but he got the
that's right. I remember you adding it up. Yeah, he jumped. Yeah, it was like 9-8, but then he got 11-9 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah, 9. Yeah, exactly. 9-10. So
9-10. Okay, there. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So really close. All right.
Oh, crap. I don't have mine up. Where is it? I had it there, but wasn't pressing share screen. Hang on. Well, it's just finishing my game 5 then, and then Andrew didn't do a 5. So, well, maybe. But, yeah. Oh. Why can't I?
Oh, hang on. Sorry.
Oh, do you need to take it off? Okay. I thought it could override it. Oh. So
love it.
I ended up playing Ethan anyway. So that was who you played, and that's who we were talking about a grudge like months ago coming into Castle Assault. So we got a grudge in game 5. So that's cool. Yeah, so I won't go. It's the same list that Andrew fought. As you can see, there's his snake, these horsemen, these snakes, his necro, a little skeleton unit of archers, casket, his bone dragon, the big block of skeleton warriors with his general in it, and also the necrotech, and then the scream skull. He didn't ambush the scorpion, and then chariots and the horse archers. This one is straight up battle line basically, and it's all about declaring challenges, doing a challenge with beating the other general in a challenge, and maybe killing the generals. No, something like that.
All your characters survive.
Oh, sorry, all your characters survive. Yes, because number 2 would be killing the general. Yeah.
Yep.
So I put my Nurgle dude out there to try and take on sort of, those, either the Necrosphinx. Well, I can't remember when he put the Necrosphinx down, but I was waiting to see where it went to try and, luckily he went near the Herdstone, which is perfect for me because I thought, oh, cool, I'll get my Mild Tides up there. And that's something to shoot at for sure. And before doing this left deployment, I had done the right deployment, which is basically just put a unit of Dragon Ogres to try to get through that gap to go around that sort of side of the, this impassable, and that's where his chariots and stuff. So I'm not worried about any of them. And then the other 2 big blocks up the middle, because he's also got like, these terror things. I thought at least having my general in the middle near this other ogre block and stuff. I mean, Dragon Ogre block. Hopefully, leadership 10 in there at the moment. Hopefully, it's all good. But yeah, and then I was going to try that ploy of, if we get into combat, like I don't want to charge him. I want him to charge me with that skeleton block. So then I can get 2 rounds into the Dragon Ogres into them, or he can raise them back. That's the only way I'd probably be able to beat it up. But I also did keep my Doom Bull on the right-hand side a bit because his general's on the left. So I was thinking, well, that's cool. If I got both units in, I might even be in combat with him. Which would be cool. But that was sort of the idea. Took a picture of my army before the end of the game. And then, we pushed off. I can't remember if I got turn 1 or he got turn 1. Because this would be halfway through either. So set my Nurgle dude up, the Cow Spawn to hopefully take on those spiders and stuff. And then, yeah, just got closer to Boltide next turn. So, yeah, just a bit of deployment. But then his turn, he puts the big remains in play -2 leadership thing. Can't use your general's leadership. I couldn't dispel it, went right down. It's like, great. And because it remains in play, man, I struggled to get rid of that frigging thing. This is the first time I've been on the back end of the Terror crap. I could not dispel it. I think I dispelled it once in like turn 4 or something. So my whole army's like, unless you're in that general's unit, you've got bugger all leadership. So really cool. What happened next, which was a bit annoying. Yeah, and then he just didn't, like, he's good play. He just didn't engage my guys. I had to like go up there. So the next turn I had to keep pushing. And then he sent his snakes into my through the woods. They got through and everything, and they made it into my spawn. And I was like, oh, cool. Well, I'm happy with this because that's cool. I'll take them out, I reckon. This will be good. Chew through this. Proceed to lose combat. So in the entire game, this Chaos Spawn, I basically rolled 2s for everything. So 2s for stomps, 2s for random attacks. And then, when he's hitting on 4s, pretty much whiffing at least 50% of them, he basically did nothing. those snakes ended up killing him. I was just like, what?
What?
I was not scared at all of those snakes. I just went, this is good. I'll have this. I think if 2s are under average, but I think if he'd rolled fairly average, I think he could have actually done something. But anyway.
Yeah.
It happens. He charged something. Where did this happen? I charged, and I actually realized I made a mistake here. 2 mistakes that you just talked about, Andrew. He charged, I sort of positioned I got my guys up a little bit, and I thought I'd moved up my Ungors so he couldn't charge my front shaman next to the Herdstone. My fault. I didn't, that was my intention, move up, just make sure there's a, bit of a gap thing. And then, but I didn't. And then he went to charge next turn. And then I said, oh, crap, sorry. That was my intention that you couldn't because he couldn't fit in. But then he was like, no, I won't then. I was like, no, that's bullshit. You should be able to. Anyway, we diced it. I said, just dice it. If you charge, but if you don't want to, we'll dice it. And anyway, he rolled it so you could charge. And so I fled. But I did 2 things wrong here. Firstly, I then panicked my Ungors, which I shouldn't have done. Hey. Because he's only a little dude running through. Is that what you're saying? Got to learn the rules here. My one character fleeing through the Ungors wouldn't panic the Ungors. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not sure. I just know,
So someone answer that because maybe that's wrong.
Lower unit strength. I thought you had to be unit strength 5 or something.
Yeah,
at least destroyed.
But the other thing I did do, which I knew this rule, but still fucking forgot it the next turn, is they only fell back in good order, but then I ran them off the board because I forgot they only fell back in good order.
Oh no!
Because I just totally forgot about that till yesterday when I was putting the pictures together. I was like, what? They weren't actually fleeing, idiot.
Yeah,
anyway, that's just me just playing Tomb Kings a lot longer. Yeah, but anyway.
So this would be unit 25.
Yeah, a few screw ups over there. So what I did here then is so at this point I thought he might still charge or not, and I tried to do a little bit of what Paddy was doing, just put these units right next to each other. So at least if they do come in or whatever, then I've got both units there. Up in his left flank, my right, he just kept reserve moving back and stuff.
Yeah.
I just have to keep going up there to try and get into those units, which is a bit annoying. And yeah, there's them all running away, so I'm losing wizards a little bit. And then as you can see here, he's also, my big unit's gone. And what happened? So it would have been a terror test of something. I can't remember which one it was. But they fell back in good order. But the way they fell back in good order. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I can't remember why did I take in the first place. Is it it's from the freaking catapult? Yeah, he plonked the catapult on top. -2. So leadership 8 still, because the general's in there, but I failed it.
Yeah.
They fell back in good order. But because of these guys falling back in good order, which they shouldn't have, it bumped all the way back through and just didn't fall off the board, luckily. But they're all the way back here.
Yeah.
So my whole army's fucked now.
Convenience.
Like, great. They're going to spend all game coming back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you didn't have to worry about them for a couple of turns. And then, yeah, it killed my spawn. And then, again, was not sending these guys in. He started to shoot them with the magic missile. Because he's got the magic missile, no armor save one as well. So he's shooting them off and then hitting them with the catapult. Yeah, I mean, I eventually took out his other side up here, but, I mean, it was just too little too late. I couldn't do anything about it. The Ungors routed off the board, which they shouldn't have. He's eventually killed my wizards now, and then it just fell apart. Eventually, I think his Necro went in. Yeah, killed them. I went in. I think I got his Necro in the end, but that was about it. I couldn't get the dragon. Couldn't get any of those big units. I mean, I think one combat I took like 2 rows off, and then they all came back. It was just like, yeah, I did get the Necro in there, but that was about it. So all I took out from him was like 1 unit of chariots and like the Necrosphinx or something.
You got to give it to Ethan. Like he hasn't played since the last Castle Assault, I believe, and he seems to be all over it. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. He's played so many games of fantasy. He knows what he's doing. But
Other editions. Yeah.
Get some rules here, which I probably shouldn't, because those Minotaurs would not have fallen back that far. They probably would have landed about where they are there, which might have changed things, because I don't think that Necro would have as easily have gone in so early if that Tomb Bull's staring at him. But anyway, here's what it is. I don't know. Like, on one hand, I thought I had not had the game, but like I didn't think this spawn had died of fucking snakes, like, and then I'd have the spawn coming around that side and push up the middle, and it just didn't happen. Probably should have just gone. I don't know. So you go in, and his dragon could have come in as well, and he just heal them back. It's a tough one. Like, you want them both. Yeah, you ideally want somehow them to charge you for a round and just fucking nail them down, or really get a good combo charge off. But it'd be hard there he had him positioned up against that impassable and stuff. So he couldn't you'd have to come from this side, but then he's got the 2 behemoths there. And I think when I did Viletide I did get 1 Viletide off with the reroll, but I only did 2 wounds to him. So is what it is. But I was happy. Went down 3-2 all up. Quite happy. I know. Totally. That's exactly actor. Shit, and he died. It was just so. It was so. What did he say? He did more attacks and wounds in 1 round of combat than I did in the entire 3 or 4 rounds we had, in terms of, because I kept rolling 2s for the random attacks and stuff. Anyway, and all good.
I got a couple of questions for you, Gomer. I was just going to hit mine up. Are you finished for this bat rat?
Yeah.
All right. Out of the whole thing, what was your MVP unit?
Oh God, I didn't prep any of this for you. I
was going to say the same. Mine are pretty easy.
That's still the Dragon Ogres, I'd imagine.
Dragon Ogres?
Wow. Is it Viletide or Dragon Ogres? One of the 2.
Bit of both?
Yep. Yeah. They're just so tanky. Yeah.
What element of your list would you keep? Like a unit, basically, sort of thing, or like something along those lines?
Well, it's still probably the Dragon Ogres. It's actually the Doom Bull I'll drop probably, and that's purely because he only got into combat like probably 2 out of the 5 games and did anything.
Okay.
I think if you don't have any dragons around, I can see why the Beast Lord's an option, and then you can get more bodies on, and then you got room for the Shaggoth because it costs more points than something like that. I don't know.
Why was he only getting into 2 combat set, like two out of 2 games, like 2 games out of 5?
Well, you see that he just couldn't get across the board, and then one of the other ones,
which isn't his
I
fault.
can't remember which ones now, but he just didn't get. Yeah, this time it just like
Just
he's
mobility.
foot slogging along. I mean, he got in sometimes, but worthless. Like those dwarf one, he didn't do jack. 'Cause by the time he got across there and then failed a charge, like he was taking out 8 dwarves. Like it's not a lot of, you know. But yeah, in his defense, he did then kill when he did get into the right thing, like the treeman and stuff. He killed it. So yeah,
just needs to get there.
Yeah.
That was the last question. What would you drop? I'll hit these with you, Josh, next week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll definitely play around with no chaos because the chaos spawn I do like. I think so. Mark's probably on the ball with the chaos spawn. I'm obviously Shaggots are better now because they've got take magic items and stuff like those ward saves. But I think if you had the Beastmen before 1.5 had double chaos spawns, and I think they're really good. But 1, it's become so random, and so if it doesn't do what it does, then it's shit. Actor, what did he say? Graveguard, some Graveguard, anything other than Graveguard. Yeah.
That's so good. All right. Shall we?
What about yours though? Oh, yeah, we should wrap up.
Might be easy.
Oh, but you're still going.
Seaguard
You haven't finished your
MVPs.
game. Okay, cool.
What would I keep? I'd keep probably Dragon Princess still. Just because bit, you know, like a fast game. What would I change? Probably I drop 1 or 2 of the Tyranoks, or maybe 1 Tyrannok and 1 of the Archer units or something. I just need something else that can hit a bit harder. Just one thing.
Yeah.
Maybe a Lion Chariot.
So I was just going to put this Mark's one up to drop spawn, come and take another 4 Dragon. I say the non-Aussie, the Aussie comp screwed this around. Like if you didn't, not under Aussie comp, the Wild Herd, I think becomes way more effective as well, which is obviously probably the better. I mean, that's just awesome in this edition. And you can do the infantry ones, and you just take Shaggoth and you take lots of Dragoners and just cast a shit ton of magic potentially. So yeah. So no, totally, I would. Cool, awesome. Well, that's going to be a game because you guys are going to cover. You're going to Josh is going to cover his games next week.
I'll do my game next week.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Which might
go through mine.
Relate to Andrew or something.
Potentially.
We get our Mordheim bat rep. Don't tell anyone.
Anyway,
sorry, I was going to say, me and myself and Gomo might do a meta rundown, and then I might run through some stuff with his list, like maybe the top few players and how things went. Because I was talking to him today, so I figured we can throw that in there.
Yes, we will. Well, did he ask a question about it, or
no? Just because he's on. I was talking to him today.
Okay.
I just wanted to get his head around a few things about how his list worked with a couple of points.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. No worries. Well, thanks for listening to another episode of Old World Fanatics. If you haven't subscribed, please do over on subscribe, add some comments. I mean, the guys on the chat here are obviously adding comments, but if you're watching this back, please leave, yes, tell us what we did, what we should take in, what we should take out of the lists, and jump over to patreon.com/oldworldfanatics to jump over there and join our Discord and chat to these other merry fellows. So, next week we'll have Josh's games and some whatever else topic comes up. So it should be good.
Yep,
slow grow. Thanks, Mark.
Yes, jump on the slow go. What are we up to? 18th, midway through the month, so you've still got a little bit more time. I'm on to the next army now, I guess. I can start the Cathay one now. So I'm going to start.
You're going to live stream your construction of the Sentinel, right?
I'll have to live stream
Session
construction
1,
over
2,
like
3, 4,
multiple
5,
sessions. By the sound of it. Yeah. Actually, I mean, I know I'm wrapping it up, but I might also say I'm going to try do some airbrush for dummies type ones, and not so much for dummies that I'm telling them that I'm a dummy. So it's almost like I don't know, like a learning, like how I'm currently airbrushing, and you can either take tips off me or you can give me tips, that type of thing. Because
that'd be really good. Like learn off you, like mistakes you made.
Yeah. Because I was talking to Pete Jenkins about it. Because he's like it's a similar thing. I've owned a hairbrush for X number of years and I hardly use it, and that's exactly what I was. And now I'm like, I don't know if I'll paint any other army without using the airbrush very heavily because it's just so much faster. So, and I want to obviously get better at using that in that regard. So, yeah. Cool. Anyway, so maybe I'll try and get some of that out as well. Good.
Awesome.
Excellent. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode, everyone. Cheers. See ya.